Yo, 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 mic check, mic check. Yo, we live, y'all. You tapped into the fly frequency. If you're catching this on a replay, make sure you smash the like button. Very important that you smash the like button and give your boy some hype points on the video. You can hype up the video for your boy so it get noticed a little bit more in the algorithm, and it'll be greatly appreciated. But make sure you smash the like button. If you're coming in on this live, make sure you smash the like button as well. We got the Cash App going across the bottom of the screen, along with the PayPal, yo. And we got that QR code up in the top right corner that you can use your phone to scan, and it'll send you to the Cash App as well. So if you want to support with the Cash App, that's the preferred way to pay right there. It's made a little easier for you. That's if you watching it on a TV or whatnot, you can use your phone to scan it with the camera or whatever, man. But that's the Cash App right there. You already know what it's hitting for with the super chats. If you don't, they working. The super chats are working. We monetized, so you can support that way. And we here to talk some boxing, man. Yo, salute. I see a couple of y'all showing up. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Ramon, salute, bro. Yeah, just coming off a KO panel, man. We got cut short, man. I still had more to talk about, man. So I was planning to go live anyway, though, but I just wanted to go live so I could get some bars off, that's the beauty of having your own platform. You could always get your voice heard. You could get your opinion out there. You can get to say what you need to say, man, without holding somebody else up. But y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Let me see what y'all seeing right there. Vic Star, salute. Ramon, I already saluted you, bro. Curtis was good, yo. Yeah. I just wanted to come up and get some bars off about this Rolly Romero situation, man. this offer that Rolly Romero sent. A lot of people was asking, why did Devin say that it was a good offer? Well, why did he say it's a solid offer? I want to use the same words that Devin used. Matter of fact, man, I think I got that video. Let me see. I think I got that clip. Let's see. I got that clip. Yeah, here we go right here, y'all.
In football, everybody's can't just send contracts. So is it disrespectful for Rolly to be sending y'all contracts? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, he came with something from the network it was something that was realistic for me and my team. It wasn't all the details. That's why I said we're beginning negotiations, but it was a venue, it was a date, and it was a network. So
Okay.
and my team, he been talking with my team, and we're seeing how we can add different things into this deal to make it work. So no, I mean it made sense. What he sent over made sense. It wasn't no BS.
It was good. Okay, good. Because
Yeah, so basically we heard him say that it was a network, and he said it was a venue and a date. A venue and a date. So that's all he really said, that they had in this offer that Rolly Romero sent off. So it wasn't it was more like a term sheet, I guess. It wasn't really, all the details. He said that they had to negotiate the details. So, for everybody who's saying, oh, he knew that it wasn't no guarantee already. No, he didn't know that. The PBC they didn't disclose that information to Devin. That's what the negotiations was about. They was trying to figure it out. See, what type of guarantee he was going to get and all the other little details and everything. And he didn't find that out mysteriously until Rolly Romero's mandatory moved on to fight Jack Catterall. And then everything was, revealed to Devin, and he said it's a bullcrap deal and walked away. Now, I believe that they did that on purpose, man. I believe that the PBC really had no intentions. But if you want to say that they didn't have any, if you want to say that they did have intentions to let Rolly Romero fight Devin Haney, then then we got to discuss this offer, this this zero guarantee, there. Now, people want to single Devin out and try to pretend that Devin is doing something different than all these other fighters are doing, like he's doing something to deserve a zero guarantee. No, bro. What fight? People asking me, different all types of different crazy questions. Let me ask y'all a question. What fighter goes into a fight with zero guarantee at the caliber of a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis or something? No, they don't take zero guarantees, bro. So it's a duck. If you're trying to get them, you're trying to give them a deal that they're not going to take. And as I was saying before on the panel, I was saying that if you're going to charge $80 a pay-per-view, which the PBC seem to always do, then that $6 million in expenses that is the expenses to make the fight, is easily covered with 75K pay-per-views. So we knew that Devin versus Rolly was going to do more than 75K pay-per-views. I mean, even if it did just do like 80 or something like that, then they got the cost of the fight, paid already. But I'm thinking that Devin versus Rolly will probably do at least 250K, maybe 300K, somewhere around there. So, for them to say a zero guarantee, they could have gave him a 1.5 million guarantee, And I wish I had clipped up Rolly Romero's little interview that he just dropped, because y'all be swearing, a lot of y'all be swearing that Rolly Romero tells the truth. He's the truth teller and all this other stuff. But this man be lying left and right, man. In that interview, he started off talking about Devin wouldn't bet on himself, acknowledging that there is no purse. But then later on, he said Devin could have took that purse. And I'm like, what purse are you talking about? You just admitted that there's no purse, bro. And then he's trying to say all these people ducking him. He said Manny Pacquiao ducked him. And he know darn well that he was set to fight Manny Pacquiao, and the WBA came out and mandated the fight between him and Giasov and said he couldn't fight Manny Pacquiao. And that's why he didn't fight Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao didn't duck. You had to fight your mandatory, and you know it. I don't know why you lying, bro. And everybody on that side, they want to say that Rolly Romero don't lie, but he's lying left, right in there, man. Come on. And if y'all expect, I'm imagining that Conor Ben probably walked away if they said something similar to what they said to Devin, that he had to take a zero guarantee or something crazy like that. I imagine that Conor Ben will walk away from that too, because he said he don't know why Conor Ben walked away. I'm curious to hear from Conor Ben why he walked away from that day, because he said they had, negotiations going already. So I'm curious to hear from Conor Ben, what made him walk away from that, if they was that close like Rolly Romero made it out to be. But yeah, man, that dude just be lying, man. He be lying a lot. He start off lying a lot of times. Yo, salute. I see a lot of people coming in the building, a lot more people. Aircraft carrier. Yeah, the same four fighters, man. What you said? Oh, he said 300K. Yeah, I think Rolly Romero and Devin will probably do like 300K, 300, 350 or something like that. But people be laughing at that, acting like that's trash. But if Tank do 300K, how is it magically good all of a sudden? If Tank do 250K, how is that magically good all of a sudden? Like that's what I don't understand. Devin and Ryan. Now, I heard that they tried to bring the numbers down. I heard they really made like 520K pay-per-view sales. Devin versus Ryan, but you know it came out that they made 400K. You know, and people acting like they lost money. How they lost money if Tank and Frank Martin did 350 and if they did 400K, like I don't understand like what y'all trying to do, man. Y'all say these numbers are great numbers when one person get those numbers, but then when the person y'all don't like get those same numbers, then you know it's trash. They tanked or whatever. No pun intended. Yo, I did put the link out there. Let me put it out there again. I couldn't really pin it. Hold on. Yeah, I got my other device. Hold on, I'm gonna pin it real quick. Yeah, the link is pinned, yo. Salute to you, boxing hacker. I see Joseph Jackson in the building. You're hacker. What's good,
What's up,
man?
Flyer?
What's up with you, man?
Why you let those people lie to you like that, man?
Hey, man, I knew they was lying, man.
I was like, what's this guy talking about? Yeah, I said, wait, so he said that all fighters who fight on pay-per-view have promoters? That's a whole lie.
I knew it was, but I said they was arguing against themselves, man. Because if
Dude,
you saying all the
Ryan
other
didn't
fighters
have a
got a
promoter.
got
Ryan
pay
has
per view, I mean, if you saying all the other fighters got promotional companies, then how you singling Devin out for
no,
having
they
one?
don't.
Then
Ryan Garcia is with Oscar De La Hoya. He doesn't have his own promotional company.
yeah,
Frank Martin
yeah,
doesn't have his own promotional company. There's so many fighters that don't have their promotional companies.
yeah. I knew
Yeah.
they were stretching the
What
truth.
everybody that's on Top Rank doesn't have their own promotional company. They all with Top Rank.
Look, but this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to respond to what Rozilla said. He said Devin Haney fans don't buy pay-per-views. And I beg to differ, man. I think the Devin Haney fans is the ones that buy all the pay-per-views because I buy Tank pay-per-views, I buy Devin pay-per-views, I buy, you know, if it's one of the fighters that we like to talk about, I buy their pay-per-view. I think it's just the Tankamaniacs that don't buy Devin pay-per-views because they claim that it's boring and they hating on him, so they try to. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see him do good. So they don't buy the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying?
Also, you know what was also made up was if you have your promotional companies always get like splits. That's not true either. That's not true at all.
Yeah. I know it's
They
not
get
the
split for flat
person.
fees.
The promotional company that's putting on the fight usually covers the guarantee and all of that stuff.
So it could be a network, right? So like for instance, PBC is not a promotional company, so they're going. But what they do is like they offer splits after they pay off a certain percentage. You know, but like Turkey works with promoters too, and Turkey pays everybody a flat fee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's no such thing as like you have to get a split if you're a promotional company. That's not how that works. Aircraft carrier, Turkey rehab season, and all this like cross promotional fights, all of them got paid flat fees. Everybody knows that.
I think he just playing. He just playing, bro. He just trolling. Aircraft carrier. He be on here trolling a lot. Yeah, he be trolling sometimes.
So, you know, but Ryan doesn't aircraft. Isn't that true? Does Ryan have his own promotional company? You don't need your own promotional company. What if you're with a promotional company? Why do you need your own for? You get no incentive for having your own.
Dre, what's good, yo?
What up, man? What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man.
Well,
Same
hold
old,
up.
same old.
Let me get set up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, good. Yeah, hacker, man. I was talking about I don't know how early you got here, but I was talking about what Devin said about the Rolly Romero offer or whatever in the beginning. He said it was a solid offer, but he never said that it was any talk about the purse or anything like that. He said that was the information that was missing, and they was trying to negotiate that. And then mysteriously, when Giasoff goes into a negotiation with Jack Catterall, then they revealed their diabolical plan to, to give Devin a zero guarantee
people jumped out,
so he
people
can
jumped
walk
out
away.
People jumped out their body with that. Devin said they offered him the offer looked good, so they're gonna have to begin negotiations, right? So
Hey.
the details of negotiations is what he didn't like. The whole like you have to like pay $6 million. They have to first take $6 million out to pay off expenses, and then he has to split with Rolly 50-50. Those are details. He didn't like those details, and that's what happened. If it was just like an offer, a full offer, they wouldn't need to negotiate. So I don't even know why people are even having that conversation for.
Yeah, so basically what we're talking about is, so basically we're just having a fight dependent on back end money.
Yeah,
Is that what the fuck I'm hearing?
So here's
Who
the
the
problem.
fuck does that?
Yeah, you could do that, but here's the problem, right? Like if I'm a third party and you're controlling all the numbers, I have to trust you wholeheartedly that you're gonna cut me out right, and they don't trust it. Crawford didn't trust it with PBC either. Not everybody wants to trust it with a third party. Of course, Rolly trusts it because Rolly is like essentially his promoter is like a freaking proxy for the PBC because the PBC doesn't want to break the Ali Act. So like they have all these like proxy promoters and shit.
Yeah.
But Rolly will be happy. PBC fighters will be happy. But if you're a third party, you might not be happy with that. Because they gotta look out. PBC's gonna look out for their PBC people. They ain't gonna look out for you.
Hey, Curtis, that's not true, man. He said Tank sell out all his fights.
Nigga, no the fuck he don't. And
I
200,
know
he
he
averaged
don't.
200 fucking subscribers. He averaged 200,000 pay-per-view buys, nigga. That's like the low end of the low end.
I think he talking
That's
about the
barely
arena.
above average.
I think he talking about the arenas though.
That don't mean shit.
Good,
Yeah, he talking about
That
the
don't
arenas,
hold
but
up.
they don't. That's not true either though, but Tank do got number 1 and number 2. As far as the records in attendance at the Barclays Center, but Devin and Ryan got number 3.
Bro, but that shit don't even matter because when the fight's not selling, they start to hand out fucking tickets at the damn door. So we can't even go off of that for real. So what are we talking about? Ryan Garcia just did a fight where they had 50% off on fucking tickets and shit. But then you'll hear motherfuckers say that he can sell and he's a draw and all this other bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with all that, man. This is what the Tank fans and the PBC clan over there ain't gonna tell you about.
Hey, this is what I need right here, man. A good old Hanos meeting, man.
Hey, salute, bro.
And we here, man. We are here.
Hey, FaZe, they try to say Haney fans don't buy pay-per-views, man. We probably buy all the pay-per-views.
Tank fans have a whole hashtag called Fire Stick Gang, or what do they call themselves?
Yeah, and they all gang members and thugs. They don't.
Hey, look, I had to put my foot down, man. I had to put my foot down for that for that the last fight, Keith Thurman and
I ain't buying that.
Yeah, I didn't buy that. I said, no, hell no, I'm not buying this for $80. Y'all tripping.
$80.
I'll be buying everything else. I'll be dang if I'm buying Once Upon a Time. Fighting Fundora, man.
Devin's numbers are below average. Devin's one of the highest paid fighters in those lower weight classes. How many other fighters? If you take out, you say like Tank Davis is like the golden child, right? And maybe even Canelo's the golden child, right? If you take Tank Davis out, how many other people are selling more than Devin? Like, what are people talking about? Devin's like one of the highest paid fighters, highest selling fighters. We literally talk about Devin all the time. Tank channels literally talk about Devin all the time.
All the fucking time.
Every day, all day long.
Quadale, Devin numbers aren't below average, bro. Him and Ryan Garcia got the number 3. They're at number 3 in attendance at the Barclays Center, behind Tank and Tank.
Literally.
Benavides will sell more than Devin. One.
Yeah, they need to.
You know what's crazy though, bro? Like when you a Haney fan, you ever notice dudes is they try to be objective, right? But they so scared to let you know that they a Tank fan in the first place. That's what I noticed when I went up to certain people's
I ain't
channels.
no Tank fan, but
they'll be like, I talked to him. He was like,
or they'd be like, I love Shakur, but and then proceed to kicking his back end. They start kicking his back end. I'm like, you ain't no Shakur fan kicking his back end like that.
I'm a
Because
fan
they
of
know
it.
being a Tank, they know supporting Tank is somewhat fraudulent just based on how he moved. He ain't trying to fight a motherfucking thing. But you got everybody else's name in your mouth talking about who the fuck they need to fight and don't fight. It's the
Hey Dre,
craziest shit in the
what is?
world.
I mean, we know what it is, Dre. But do you ever think Tank just gonna drop him like Earl Spence did and just be like, you know what? I want that guy.
Nah,
Who's
Hell
nah.
no, he
Errol
don't do
Errol
stuff
got
like
more.
that, man.
Tank ain't got enough heart like that.
Hell,
Tank ain't got enough heart like that. You heard what he said. He said he afraid to lose. Earl went in there and took his shit like a man.
Yeah.
And he
Tank
wanted
said
a
he don't
whole
want to be
rematch.
viral. Yeah,
Nigga,
I think
Earl,
Tank might
Earl, hold
retire
up, hold
soon,
up.
actually. I don't
Earl
know.
wanted a whole rematch.
yeah. He wanted that. That's
A
why I
whole
respect Earl.
rematch.
Yeah, I respect
Nigga,
Earl.
he went
My
nigga,
nigga
you'll never
Sin
hear
was
that from him.
mad. He was like, the only reason why he was mad at Bud, he was like, um, man, I'm not. He's like, man, I don't like Bud, but my thing with Bud was he should have gave him the rematch. I'm like, bro, he destroyed him, man. What you
no,
mean?
but
The Earl never won the
That's
what I don't
rematch.
like
PBC.
though,
Al Heyman didn't want that
never like
rematch.
to acknowledge. Nobody never like to acknowledge the fact that Earl couldn't see, man. He couldn't see. If the doctor cleared him with broken ribs and all of that, he had to have painkillers and stuff. Come on,
Man,
man.
Hey man, ain't
He
no
yeah,
didn't
finna take a
properly
page out of their
decompress
book,
when he
man.
ran up the mountain either,
excuses.
man.
Hey, Flyer, we finna get ready for this Flatfoot Mexican tour, man. And guess what, Dre?
We need to.
Yeah.
Hey, Dre, you know what we finna do? We finna
Let's
have
get it.
rappers walking us to stage and stuff. You
Hey
know what
Oh
I'm
yo, I
yeah.
saying?
heard, I
We
heard.
gonna have Chief Keef and all them motherfuckers.
Hey
We some
yo, I
hood
heard on
bosses.
the other
We some
panel,
hood bosses. Hood
Phase,
mother nigga. Huh? We some
a
hood
boxing
bosses.
hacker on
Yeah.
another panel, Phase called Jack Catterall a flat-footed Mexican. Yo, I
Yeah.
was dying in the comments, like,
No, I put them in that category. You know what I mean? I put them in the category of just them low level guys. You know what I mean? Like I put Stanionis in there too.
The weirdest thing I always hear is that, oh, Devin's always bigger than people that he fights. But the same people who say that would be like, I like Benavidez. Benavidez is bigger than everybody that he fights.
Everybody.
Everybody.
The real weight bully.
He's
Which is why he will never get a Canelo
he can
fight.
be
Because
a
Canelo
heavyweight
no.
since he was 16 years old.
no, Canelo said, you not really a Canelo fan if you want him to fight David Benavidez because you wouldn't want to see him get hurt.
Because he a true weight bully and he know that shit. All that weight come from his stomach. All that
All
muscle
around his
come
hips.
around
Yeah.
He
his
a big
Hey,
hip.
boy,
facts.
man.
Vic Star, his car flipped a couple times, man. They don't want to acknowledge none of that, man.
You can't, man.
That's
No,
another
I
That's
can't
thing, man. His
acknowledge
excuses, man.
that
car
because
flipped like 4 times. Wasn't he
I'm
in two
sorry.
car accidents?
Yo,
No,
I want EJ to win, but
I don't
Bud's
care,
just
man.
nice, man.
No, if Earl wouldn't have dominated Ugas like he did, then I'd give an excuse. He destroyed Ugas,
He did.
and he let Ugas get a good shot on him when
And
he
he
was
took it
looking
like
for his
Superman and
mouthpiece.
shit.
Yeah, he fucking whooped Ugas.
Yeah.
No, he
And
was looking
Ugas
for
hit
his
him with the
mouthpiece.
kitchen
He thought
sink.
his teeth came out.
He
That's
didn't even
what he
know who
did.
Yeah,
was hit him.
and he didn't even hurt Earl. He just stunned him a little
Yeah,
bit.
Earl was looking around like,
What-
"Doy."
yo,
He was
The
Earl
like,
ref
is
man,
did
bigger
step in
than
kind of quick. I
he was
will say
like,
that the ref did step in kind of quick.
Earl was like, man, I don't give a fuck about that punch. Where's my teeth? You know what I'm saying? Is my teeth on the floor?
Yeah,
man.
and
I mean,
plus
I feel him, bro.
y'all know Earl wasn't stacking. Bud was stacking, man, right on video, man. It was diabolical.
Stacking, stacking.
Bro was stacking,
Boy,
man.
boy.
You always watching them dudes wrap their hands, man. They don't be stacking, man.
No, Bud was stacking for sure, but it's legal in Vegas though. That's why he was doing it.
Man, Bud is just nice, man. I didn't know how good Bud was until I saw him fight Earl Spence. 'Cause I thought Earl Spence would beat him. Bud's really good, and kudos to
You
Sean
ain't know Bud
Stevenson.
was really good before he fought Earl.
I knew he was really good, but I didn't know how because he's come from lower weights. I was like, Earl's being
No,
people that he's
I
really
knew it.
built.
I felt like it was gonna be trouble when
And,
Errol Spence fought Sean Porter, and it was a good fight. But then Bud fought him, and it wasn't a good fight.
And
Bud
not
like
just him,
destroyed them, and I was
Kell
like,
Brook
oh man,
too.
it's gonna be a
He, he
problem, bro.
he knocked out Kell Brook with a jab. Bud
he did.
Crawford did.
He dang near knocked Earl out with a jab.
You know what I mean?
No, but
Remember the
like
first knockdown was a jab.
no, but when
Box
Bud
Hacker,
fought like
this what
Gamboa, I was like, I wasn't sure because Gamboa like gave him trouble, and then like at 140, like he was dominant, but like the fighters he was fighting, I was like, oh, I feel like EJ is fighting bigger fighters, and the fighters he's fighting are better.
No, but when Bud came from 140 and immediately when his first fight up, he fought Jeff Horn. And Jeff Horn was a big dude, man.
Yeah, he
And
was big as
he
shit.
slaughtered Jeff Horn, man. Slaughtered him.
He did, bro. Bud's so nice, man. That guy, like his boxing skill, like when Shakur said like how good Bud was, he was telling the truth.
Nah, Hacker. I knew it. I knew Bud was like that. I didn't have to see the Spence fight. I already knew. When I seen him like turn up on Mean Machine, where it was like, you heard Andre Ward. He said, Andre Ward said, hey, he got his mind made up. It's going to be a fight. And Bud was just pressing that dude and stepping back and just sidestepping. I said, oh, yeah.
No. Hey, y'all missed it yesterday. A Tank Maniac he jumped up here and ripped his shirt off and was trying to get Bud to come. He talking about Bud needed to come back out of retirement and fight David Benavidez at 175. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. He can't even retire in peace.
He can't.
He's like, no.
Hey, I wouldn't give a fuck.
But I heard they're trying to pay him like $250 million to fight again.
Yeah.
I don't want him to fight again, honestly. I want him to retire and enjoy his life, you know.
Any contract that man signed, I'm betting on him.
Yeah, I mean, but I personally
Crawford
ended his career in a great note, you know. Like, I think people at this point, people just want to see if he's gonna lose it, you know. I think, if he made enough money, you know, just retire and enjoy your life.
I put it like this: at 147, he stopped Boots.
Yeah,
he would have stopped Boots at 147.
What? Who would have stopped Boots?
Stop the bullshit.
You know, Frequent's from Philly, man.
Stop the Boots.
Who would have stopped Boots? You saying Devin would have stopped Boots?
No,
Bud.
Terrence Crawford.
Bud?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. No.
At 147?
Bud ain't even Philly church. That's why Bud left. If Bud believed that he would have stopped Boots at 147, he would have did it because he would have been undisputed again.
Yeah, but
he would have been undisputed again.
He gave Boots a shot, and they turned it down too, though. So let's not do that for you.
No, he didn't, bro.
No. I'm just saying my opinion. I think he'd have got stopped out, but we ain't finna go down the rabbit hole.
Nah, fuck all that because y'all have been sounding like what's her name? Y'all have been sounding like old boy yesterday talking about fighting Benavidez after he'd have whooped Boots' ass. It'd have been the next nigga. It would have been the next nigga. It would have been the next nigga after that. And it's gonna be another nigga.
Let's be real.
No, I really don't know if he would have beat Boots though, bro.
Nah, he would have told Boots' ass. He would have told Boots' ass.
At 47?
At 47, I don't think he would have beat. See, he stopped all them other dudes at 47, but I think Boots would have stopped all them dudes too, man.
All right.
Boots was playing with his food at 147, man. Come on.
Y'all just like how that nigga dance, boy. That nigga need to be a male stripper on this motherfucker.
You don't fight no big names.
No, Flyer from Philly, so he got to have
that Philly tattoo is burning.
No, Philly bias aside, man. I really don't know if Bud would have beat Boots, man.
At 47, Flyer?
Yeah, at 47, yeah.
Oh my God.
You will kill Boots, man.
Oh
at 47, I don't know, man.
I
really don't know.
You will stop.
You don't want to know.
Yo, you know how Bud switch. You know how Bud switch, and he usually stay on his southpaw.
Southpaw, yeah.
Yeah. Boots do that fluently. It don't matter what side he on. He fight the same.
He would have whipped his ass on Orthodox. He would have whipped Boots' ass Orthodox.
Bud's a better boxer.
Y'all bugging.
Y'all need to stop all this fake ass.
Oh, that's why you think Xander gonna beat Boots, don't you?
You fucking right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You fucking right. Yeah, tell him you wouldn't be surprised. That's a hype train, but I ain't about to get back on this boot shit. This bootlicking shit is getting out of hand.
Xander ain't the one to do it. Maybe Fundora. Xander ain't gonna do it. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. When it come to Boots, y'all be acting like Tinker Maniac sometimes.
This is box actor.
I swear.
If Xander beat Boots with all the hype that Boots got, Boots is trash.
Nah, don't do that. Don't say that. Nah, y'all been sucking up his whole resume.
I know some channels got fall out their seat if Boots.
Hey, he trash. If he can't beat a 23-year-old,
Xander Cole.
Hey man, they say Brian Norman Jr. is trash and everything. So hey,
exactly.
He
Yeah, that's
trashed
true.
now all of a sudden.
All of a sudden,
They want
literally.
Dev to fight Boots, but if Dev beats Boots, they're gonna call Boots trash.
No, Brian Norman ain't trash because he lost to a Hall of Famer. But
That's
if
right.
Boots lose to just a guy with 23, 17 fights, whatever he got, and it ain't fought nobody,
Nah, yeah.
young, and Boots supposed to be in his prime, trash.
I think that's a bad style matchup for Boots, honestly speaking. And I think he knows it. They're probably gonna work on some shit, new shit, you know. Stylistically, that's not a good style for Boots.
I don't see how y'all be hating on Boots though. Boots is like he's a younger version
He
of
ain't showed
Bud though.
nobody shit,
Yeah,
man.
no,
Y'all just
hey,
hype it.
hey,
Y'all
hey,
hopped on
wait,
this
wait, wait,
bandwagon
wait,
You know
early
why?
as
No, but
fuck.
you
Hold
know
up.
why,
Did you
Flyer?
say
I
I hear
tell
Boots
you
is a
nobody
why.
younger version
hating
of
on him.
Bud?
He ain't done shit,
I
man.
tell you why,
Fuck that.
Flyer.
Yo,
It's
frequent.
simple. It's
Every
simple. Philadelphia and the fan bases of Boots are so they got him as a monster, and people like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to see that shit.
We
No,
want to
most
see
So
take
that
most
shit.
no, bro.
it's the
Listen,
Boots
That's
fans,
what it
Flyer.
is. That's
yo,
facts. That's exactly
listen.
what it
It ain't
is.
really that many.
Yep.
It ain't really no tankamaniacs in Philly, man. It ain't really that many
It's
tankamaniacs in Philly.
Bootsamaniacs. It's Bootsamaniacs
Yeah,
in
it's
No, what I'm saying to
bootlickers.
you when
It's
we
bootlickers.
online, who the majority of the Boots fans is?
Tank
No,
Mania.
Bootlickers.
go
Tank
on
Mania.
YMS. Go my nigga
Bootlickers.
Mill. Go to my nigga Greg Hackett. Go to my nigga Dean. If you go on any of them channels, they paint they paint Boots to be a monster, the Terminator,
A
Yo,
Dark Truth.
god.
you do
Yeah,
know
they be.
Greg Hackett
Hold
trained with
on,
Boots,
let me.
right?
Can I say
No,
this?
I'm just saying. A lot of people from the
You
Let me
talking
say
about him
this.
like he a regular content creator, like he don't got no
He's
ties
like
to Boots.
he's like one of
That's
the
no,
Boots
Team
Hey,
Boots,
I
bro.
Hey,
understand
y'all
that.
do know. Y'all do know it's
hey,
niggas out here that root for other
can
niggas
y'all
because
hear
they
me?
like how they look in the face. Y'all know that, right?
Oh, that's
Hey,
nasty
no, I
work.
don't even want to talk
That's
about that.
possible.
Hold on,
That's
They
nasty
did
work.
that. They
Ain't
did
no
that with Earl.
tankamaniacs in Philly, aircraft carrier.
Look,
hold on. Fire,
they
fire.
did that with
It be
Earl,
getting,
bro.
We
getting
sucker
so
free
bad
in
out
Philly,
here.
man.
Don't say they did that with
Nah,
Earl. And they didn't
nah,
like
fire.
Terrence
It
Crawford
gets
because
so
he was black
bad.
and ugly.
Exactly. They said he looked like he worked on cars, so I'm gonna pick Earl.
Look, if you go on the if you
Hell.
go on the outskirts of Philly, like if you go to like Pottstown or Pottsville or like Norristown or somewhere around there, you might find some tankamaniacs, maybe in Chester somewhere, but not in Philly, man.
Hey, Flyer, can you hear me?
No, I'm playing. I know one tankamaniac though. I
What
only
make
know
what
one. They
make you
scarce
think
Flyer,
that?
out here, man.
Joseph's talking to you, Flyer.
No,
They
somebody,
scarce
can y'all
out
hear
here.
me?
I hear you.
Yeah, I
I hear
hear
you,
you.
Joseph.
What's
Yeah,
good?
what's up?
All right, I
What's up
thought
with it,
my
bro?
mic was messing up. Hey,
It's
I
low a
just
little
wanted to
bit.
say it gets so bad out here that y'all be hyping up Karen and shit like that.
Yeah, man.
Like talking about Karen
Cause they
hit a
hype up
fighter at
Boots and Karen gave him
147.
Yo,
trouble.
my guy
So like
Edwin, what's good, OG?
Oh
Hey, what's
shit,
up,
here we
brother?
go.
round one, what's up?
What's up,
What's
brother?
good,
One?
my dudes, man? How y'all doing
Round
tonight,
one.
Man,
man?
salute to you, brother. How you
We
been,
good,
man?
man.
Okay,
Salute, man.
okay.
Salute.
Shout out
Salute
to
to
the
you, man.
boxing voice. Okay, okay.
Absolutely. Nah, I've been hearing y'all talk about this boots and shit and tank and situation. And you right. On the in streets in Philly, I don't think Tank gets no love like that. I think there'll be one or two. But absolutely, when it comes to Xander and Jerron Boots Ennis, man, uh that's just a tough fight. I as a Puerto Rican man, I wonder why Xander took this fight. I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking, right?
Yeah,
Let's see something.
But we here now. You know, the young
we here
man
now. Yeah.
wants to test himself, and we gotta acknowledge that
Unlike Tank,
he did give Jerron Boots Ennis a shot at two belts. So if
Yeah.
Jerron Boots Ennis is victorious, just remember who gave him his opportunity. This young
Yeah.
man, this 23-year-old kid. And if Jerron Boots Ennis is that much of a phenom, you mean to tell me at 30 plus, years old or whatever, you're going towards that, you're 28 or whatever, you're going towards 30, that a 23-year-old is your definitive moment?
Man, it's not to me, coach. Bro, it's not the definitive moment. It's just a moment. He don't
Okay.
have Fundora could be a moment. You know what I mean? Like a big moment if they keep building Fundora up, but it's not a defining moment, coach. I'm not gonna let people, hype Xander up to be some A fighter, B plus. He's a good guy, but he's just a good guy. In my opinion.
What you trying to say? He is C-level fighter?
I think Xander like a C plus B minus at best.
Oh.
I don't know, bro. I don't
B
know.
minus.
I think he's top pedigree because he's proven his pedigree by getting 2 belts. So we gotta acknowledge that.
Yeah,
I
you
think
gotta
he's
give him all the
young. I
credit in
think
the
he's
world.
young. I think that Jaron Boots Ennis is more, how we should say in the boxing world, more polished, right? But Xander taking this opportunity and answering the questions whether or not Top Rank hand them out to Jirai. Jaron Boots Ennis acknowledged on the post conference, we didn't have to be here. You didn't have to fight me. You chose to fight me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what do Xander get out of this fight? Like that's why you
All the
was
hype in the
asking what
world.
was he thinking when he was
No,
picking Boots, because Boots don't got no belt. It ain't really nothing to get the game accolade wise from fighting Boots, but you do get the bragging
There's
rights
accolades.
of fighting somebody that people seem like they ducking.
But look,
Sergio Ortiz and all that.
flyer. Check this out, right? In today's era where there is being advertised as belts don't matter, a good
right.
scalp does matter. A good scalp. Jaron Boots Ennis or Xander being a unified, those are good scalps. And we have to acknowledge that when we say in the boxing world, we want to see the best fighting the best, 2 boxers in their prime fighting each other, demonstrating at the highest level these fights can be accomplished if the fighters want it. Remember, Jaron Boots Ennis is coming off the catastrophe negotiations with Virgil. As we can see, Mexico didn't step up to the plate, but Puerto Rico, listen, we agreed to everything to make this fight happen, not for just you and me, but for the fans across the world. And now we're getting a major fight.
This. But look at all this bootlicking that's going on. You mean to tell me that why that's a dumbass question to sit up here and ask what does Zayas gain out of this? All this boot shit going on. Like y'all telling me Boots can beat Crawford and all this other shit, and y'all telling me what the
Hey
hell is
man, we
Xander
not
getting
talking
out of
about.
this? Are you
Let's not bring back up the Crawford debate, man.
Well, that's
We
what they
gonna
be
have to
saying,
go off
Flyer.
that.
That's what the
That's what they be
whole
saying.
East
That's
Coast
what they
say.
be saying.
The
Look,
whole
listen to
East
you.
Coast.
Look,
Listen to you. You don't know Boots. You don't know Boots will lose that fight against Crawford. Listen to what you just said.
Crawford is retired, man. Like that's a fan. At this point, it's just a fantasy fight right now, bro.
Well, let's
And
remember that next time.
Bud said he
But
wasn't
it's a
fighting him.
standard. It's a
When,
standard
For
flyer.
It sure is.
For sure.
because know why? Because when Bud was able to fight him, and it made all the sense in the world to fight
It
him,
didn't make
Bud
all the sense.
refused to fight him,
It didn't. It didn't.
allowing himself to be stripped
No,
to
no,
not
no,
I
fight
no,
him.
no.
don't agree
But
with that.
flyer,
I
you
don't
gotta
agree with that.
understand
Round
that
one,
they
don't
were
do it.
Nah.
Round one, don't do it.
they were in the different position in their careers. Terrence Bud
Right.
Crawford had his eyesight on a bigger fish.
Yeah,
You were just a small fish pulling on Superman's cape
but
at that point.
after he got
Exactly.
the big fish though, it
Thank
made
you.
all the sense in the world. See, people try.
But
See,
wait, but
everybody. People
Canelo
don't
at
never
what?
like to. People don't never like to look at that one point, that one moment in time where it was the perfect time for him to fight Boots after he had beat Earl and became undisputed, and
Man,
the negotiations for the rematch fell
Wait,
through, and he had the option to fight Madrimov or Boots.
stop tearing off your
Madrimov
Philly shirt.
or
Stop
Boots.
tearing off your Philly shirt.
All right,
Boots is a
Flyer.
bigger
Flyer.
Big
name.
Bud.
Hold
All right,
on,
Flyer.
hold on.
Talk
Listen,
to
hold on. Let
round
me
one
just say
about
this
Xander,
last
man.
part.
Let's stay on topic. Let's
Hold
stay on
on. Let me
topic.
say
yeah,
this
let's get
last
back
thing.
on, man. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Let's get
God
back
Yeah,
right
see,
to
y'all.
damn,
When I
man.
was trying to get y'all to stop talking about it, y'all wouldn't. But now it's hurting y'all. So
No,
stop.
no. Wait.
Next time I
Because that's
say
a
that,
lie.
stop, man.
Wait. Hold up, guys.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right. So what I was gonna say, round one. What I was gonna say is Boots versus Xander Zayas, man. Talking about the Boots versus Xander Zayas. You said one thing that stood out to me, in the beginning. You said in this era where people are saying that belts don't matter. I think that's a bunch of bullcrap that when people say that belts don't matter, because everything when you refer to somebody as being a worthy opponent, you say things like, yeah, he was a former unified. We're talking about the belts. When you say Xander is unified, we're talking about the belts. When you say, oh, I'm in negotiations with Josh Kelly and all of that, all of the fighters are thinking about the belts. They're going for the belts. Only one fighter and one fan base was really going on that belts don't matter stuff. And I believe that it was a duck tactic to try to duck out of fighting the best fights, because the best fighters are going for the belts. And 9 times out of 10, the people who hold the belts are the people who climbed high in the ranking system. You don't got nobody who out of the top 10 in the rankings that become champion all of a sudden. Who wasn't high? Who wasn't in the top? At least the top 5 of the rankings that became.
Well. If you're asking me, Flyer, if you're asking me directly about championships and whether belts matter or not, right? That was proven when Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrio. When Ryan Garcia himself was saying belts don't matter, but the day he beat Mario Barrio, all of a sudden he's water skiing with the belt in helicopters, and it would show to where the belt gives you that recognition as a world champion. So I'm with you on that. Now, as far as Jerron Boots Ennis being a great scout, that's where we're at, right? You got to admit that Jerron Boots Ennis was a unified world champion at 147.
That's the only reason why. Yeah, that's my
So
point.
you
He
can't
was a great
deny
scout.
that.
That's my point. He's a great scout because he was unified. Had he not did anything with the belts, then he wouldn't be. That's why I'm saying I didn't like that belts don't matter stuff.
Well,
I don't
in
believe
this
that.
situation,
Belts is everything, bro.
Yes, everything. I agree.
Every accolade is is related to a belt. It's tied to a belt in some kind of way. How many divisions you was champion in?
Yes,
how many times you were a champion? If you ever unified, if you was undisputed, that's the Super Bowl of boxing, becoming undisputed. But people try to take these things away because of a fighter who's ducking say it, and their whole fan base start saying what he say, and then you got people all around, just is catching on because they thinking he the most popular boxer in boxing, or one of the faces of boxing, and his fan base just make a lot of noise, and so they just regurgitating what he said to not fight these fighters.
Frequent.
Dominate the world.
Frequent. You keep saying that Bud didn't take the Boots fight, but the only person who was offered a fight was Boots.
No, we're not talking about Bud. We're not talking about
that. What you talking about?
Next we gonna be hearing. Next we gonna be hearing a bunch of fans saying, "What has he done?"
Wait.
Didn't we start hearing that too, right, Edwin? We start hearing fans saying, "What has he done?"
Funny to me.
What has he done? So what he got a belt? What has he done?
Hold on. It's funny to me when it comes to people offering Boots a fight. Everybody shuns it off. Devin offered Boots a fight. They shun it off, and then later on they say,
we ain't
talking
about none of that shit.
Hold on, Hacker. Hold on. We got
happens.
Hold on, Hacker. Ray Davis came on the panel. I think it's only right that we let Ray Davis get the floor real quick.
Boots and Xander.
Belts don't matter, bro. We know that.
No, they do matter. They do matter in the sense. Yes, they do, sir. Sir. Wait a minute. Let me say this. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds, brother.
It's all about the money.
Give me 10 seconds, brother. Listen, you're going to tell me that Michael Jordan won the NBA Finals and that the Chop Trophy doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, listen, yes, and I'm with you because Magic's my dude, and Michael used to break my heart. But what's reality is reality.
Patrick Ewing deserved
Michael.
Championships.
It doesn't matter what he deserved; it's what happened. Michael won. Man. Michael won.
Barkley, the
And these
unsung
championship
hero.
belts
Come
need
on,
to be
y'all.
acknowledged.
All right,
Shit,
come on,
stop,
no,
Ray.
Edwin,
Let
I'm
him talk.
Come
joking,
on, Ray.
Edwin,
Stop
Edwin, I'm
trolling,
joking.
It
man. Stop trolling,
separates
bro.
Stop
you.
joking.
It separates you
Come
from
on, man.
every other boxer. What the championship belt signifies is that you are the best. It needs to it separate you from all other
All right, that's like
boxers.
30 seconds. I got
You
you, Edwin. Listen,
gotta respect the belts. Go ahead, brother. Go
Edwin,
ahead.
Edwin, Edwin. First of all, it's me, Ray Davis, man.
I
I
got you,
got
Ray.
you.
What's up,
All
Ray?
right, what's up? Yeah, no, I'm just messing around, Edwin, because I think it's funny that I'm clout chasing right now, and the
Okay,
fan
I
base that
got you.
don't
I
think
got you,
belts
Ray.
matter. Listen, at the end of the day, man, this boots is anything is very important. Yes, exactly what you guys said about, you can't mention Bruce Ennis without him being a former division unified champion. You can't mention Shakur Stevenson without him being a multi-division champion. Can't mention a lot of these fighters without that, right? Because that's an accolade. That's something that carries over in the sport. That's something that builds on your resume. That helps your accomplishments. All those things that happen, people always want to push to the side when, like Frequent just said, when they don't want to fight, or they try to look for a reason not to fight, or they don't care about this, that's just garbage. Listen, the divisions wouldn't have champions. I don't care how many sanctioning bodies there are. I don't care if there's a ring title. I don't care about the super title. They're all what they are. They're championship belts. At the end of the day, it puts you at the top of the hill, and that makes the other person that climbs up that hill want to fight you and get that championship, because that's what boxers get into the game for. They don't get into the game for survival, right? Because they start fighting for pennies. Why do they fight for pennies? Because they know they're going to get a championship opportunity. Then they get the money, right? They know the money comes with the growth. It's like starting a blue collar job, man. You work your way up, and that's it, right? And what do you work your way up for? The ultimate goal, to be at the top. Being at the top is a championship dream. So a lot of these people that say they don't want this, they don't want that, then why don't amateurs go out there and just be amateurs and just don't care about winning? They go in there to get that trophy in the ring. The reason why they go to these tournaments is to be champions in those rings and be number one in the country. That's what they do. So when we try to push that stuff aside, whether it's pro, amateur, or any other sport, as Edwin was saying, listen, then you're just kidding yourself. You can pull the wool over your own face, because you ain't pulling it over my eyes. I promise you.
No,
I'm
we
good with
we
it.
we we cooking on that. As far as the narratives go, we know how that go. But we
Bud
was
is
talking about
retired, hacker.
yeah. What you feel about
Yeah.
if Xander
Frequently,
beat
I'll never
Boots?
let that go, buddy. I'm waiting for
You know
everybody to
what?
stop
That's
so I can
so
remind
funny you
you.
said that. I was thinking about that today, Faze. I
Yeah,
was
to
sitting
get
there
that
like,
W. Yeah.
I was like, yo, I listen, it wouldn't surprise me. Let me start there. It wouldn't surprise me, right? It's not because I don't think Boots can't beat him, or I don't think Xander could beat him, right? It just wouldn't surprise me because I think it's a good competition. I think they're worthy opponents, right? This is a good matchup. Hopefully, as a fan, this is the matchup I want to see. It's not one sided. It's not, what I
Right.
mean, that bothers me. But I hope it's a good competition, right? In my best interest, I would wish for it to be.
And
If
it just
Xander,
bothers
if
me because
Xander,
we want to see
yeah. So
Boots
to answer your
challenge.
question, if Xander was the win, right? What I would think is that, hey, man, listen, Boots has a lot to work on. There was situations where people overlooked, and competition is everything, and timing is everything, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't think anything of it like Boots is the worst fighter in the world. It's just something he has to go get that look back and study on getting
Uh,
that fight was in there, right?
hey
Because
yo, mom.
I
Hey
think
yo,
it's
mom.
I think it. What's up?
Hey yo, my man. But hold up. I gotta ask you real quick, cause I need to know your take on this. Who has more to lose and who has more to gain? If
Boots
Xander
has more to
loses,
lose.
Boots.
Boots has
Boots
more to
has
yes,
more to
lose.
lose.
I
yes.
promise you
Okay,
that.
that's what I
I
wanted to
pro
know.
Okay, I promise you that, because Boots fans push him so far up the echelon, like it's just ridiculous. Like he's top tier to everybody, and he hasn't created that space yet. He hasn't.
Okay.
He just started main eventing. He's just started fighting multiple times a year. Like all these things are just starting to come into pass in the last 2 or 3 years. Boots he has 30 something plus fights, man. And I get he fought a lot of D fighters back then and whatever to build his resume.
36
That's cool.
fights.
Right. But right now, right to this day, him as like a top tier fighter or a person on everybody's radar, he was sitting on the shelf a lot, fighting on PBC cards. So um it hurt him. And then we got to Eddie
Showtime.
Hearn. Nobody wanted to fight him, right? No, but they were still PBC cards he fought on.
Got you. Got
Um,
you. I got you.
what I'm so when he got to Eddie, it was tough for Eddie to get him fights, and then people were upset because the fights he was getting was mandatories and guys that didn't want him to fight, and he got a standing on this. He finally got this championship with standing on this. Like they have to pay
They
people to
gonna go.
fight him. Brian Norman
You
didn't
know
want to
what
fight
it
him,
is.
so right.
They gonna
So
crucify Boots if he lose, but
nah, man,
yes
that
they
dude don't
is.
deserve that. No, he
I
don't
am.
deserve that.
He don't. But they do
I
Listen,
it to
he
am.
don't.
Devin. They do it to
Listen,
everybody.
I
They
don't
gonna
care
do it
about
to
that,
him.
man.
I
Listen,
am.
They're
they're all
gonna do it
perfect.
to him, Ray. I'm
Hey,
telling you.
I don't care.
You
I
know.
don't care what
You
they
hey
listen.
round
They're
one.
That's
gonna
on
do it
them.
to him,
Hold
Hey,
on.
Ray.
To say
Come
what
round
you
one
on.
is
listen,
like
listen. Let me
round
tell
one.
you
You said you
something.
Puerto Rican, right?
Listen, let me tell you something.
That's what I'm
It's
gonna
Right,
do.
different.
and I'm going to use my turkey voice. Let me tell you something, brother. Okay, listen very carefully. People are always going to be critics. You're going to have
Oh,
critics on both sides, right? If he puts up a poor performance, they're going to criticize him. If Boots wins and puts up a poor performance, why? They did it with Karen. They did it with Artrum. They still put up questionable critiques, right? Why? Well, no, we thought this guy was the Matrix. We thought he was fighting Roman Villa. And he was doing this and doing 360 3D. Bro, every fight is different. You approach every fight differently. If you're approaching the same, you're one dimensional. And when you're one dimensional, those things can come back and bite you. And then you know what? You know what I
I
mean?
got him.
So
I got
Y-
him winning by stoppage. But if he lose,
Yeah,
I'm gonna cook his
no,
ass.
nah,
yeah, but
nah.
I'm gonna cook him if he lose.
Ray, check this out, right? I appreciate your
Right.
passion towards what Boots in is and everything else, but I don't think that the casual fans give two shits about that.
None of that shit.
No,
I
I don't
think
care. I don't care about casuals though. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I get it. I get it. And another thing is, I think that all the pressure is here on Jerron Boots Ennis because I
All of it.
It
think he's
is.
viewed as the next great American star to take the American style to the next level. Um, Xander is not viewed as that. Xander is a 23-year-old hot, champion from Top Rank that's on his rise. Where that we're already acting as a boxing public, like Jerron, prove who you are. You understand? So for Jerron Boots Ennis, I think that there's much more as far as recognition as being viewed as the phenom on boxing, not as Xander. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I think in that regards, Jerron Boots Ennis has more on his shoulders to prove.
He does.
I
Of course he
mean,
does.
Philadelphia and the East Coast they gonna try to cover for him, but everybody
Listen,
finna
man.
cook him if he lose.
Listen,
Oh,
it's
They
they're
going
gonna
to
gonna
cook
cook
him
happen.
if he
him.
Listen,
lose.
it's going to. Of course it is. I'm going to say stuff about it. You know what I mean?
Y'all
Yeah,
saying
Because
too much
you know
about this
what?
but like
kid.
that's
So
why he
what I'm
needed
Hold
going,
that
up.
tune up.
I'm
Look at him
promise you
talking about he
this.
could beat Terrence Crawford.
No,
What the
I don't
Like,
even
hell?
come
care.
on,
I don't
bro.
even
That's what we
listen. I don't care
supposed to
about that.
do.
Right?
Yeah, we
I don't
supposed
care.
to
Let
do
me tell
What
you
that.
we
what I care
do.
about.
What
Let me
we
tell you
do.
let me tell you why I'm going to say stuff. Right? Because I hear too many people on these spaces talking about how Boots is this and Boots is that and and you try to break it down to him. I even try breaking it down on this channel that listen, Xander is more than meets the eyes, bro. A lot of people are sleeping on him. So if he turns around
Thank
and
you.
wins, it would not surprise me.
Well,
And I
not
don't want to
you.
hear
Hey,
right, but
Ray
but
Davis. Let me ask round one this real quick. Round one.
Yes.
Do you
Yes,
think
sir.
do you think that Philly done Boots a disservice by hyping him up like that?
Yep.
no, hell no.
No, I don't think
I
they
mean,
did
they
him
don't
a
hype him up really
disservice
well.
because of the fact. Wait, my name is round one. I don't think they did him a disservice because of the rich cultural history of boxing Philly.
Right,
You see, what Jerron Boots Ennis is trying to fill the shoes of the legends that came out of Philly.
right.
So what they're trying to do is match him up with like the Bernal Hopkins of the world, the
Frazier.
Garcia,
Yeah.
Frazier, exactly. So
If he could bear that cross, there's no problem. But if he can't,
right, but
then
he
it's
exactly what you said. If he can bear that cross,
And let me ask you something too on top of that, right? What does all those guys got in common? And
got
still
it.
carrying the torch. And still carrying the torch of Philly. Nobody.
Technically, yes. Technically, in the boxing sense, as legends, yes. But carrying the torch in
No,
today's
what do they have
era,
in common? What do
Philly
they have
has
in
been
common?
waiting.
Yeah,
They've
they've been
been,
waiting. Okay,
yes,
All right.
I get it now. I get
yes,
it now. Round one, I get it.
So what I'm
yes.
saying is, what
I
do they have
understand
in
it now.
common? All the fighters that he mentioned that were the Philly guys. What do they have in common? That's anybody to answer. They all have something in common, and what they have in common is very important to understand. Um, and it's a lot of boxers that have the same situation, right?
Say
A
it,
lot of
Ray. Say it,
stars.
Ray.
No, you guys answer it. If you don't
Man,
want to answer it, then I'll answer it. Listen, they all have
Yeah, but
losses,
you
bro,
gotta fill those
right? And they
shoes.
all have losses. And even though they have losses, they still carry the torch.
Yeah.
So a loss does not define you, man. That's why I've been trying to tell people.
Oh, okay,
Doesn't matter
okay,
if
I
Xander
get you.
No,
loses, it
but I
doesn't
don't think a loss defines you, but a big win does.
listen, it does, right? But that's because they put that on his
You
back.
gotta
This is the
get that
fan base.
big win.
But the fan base put this on his back. And if he doesn't get it here, he'll get it eventually. Right? This is not him.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this is
but it's
but I'm
boxing
gonna
is
tell you,
not what you did for me in the
but
past
check
is
it.
what you
I
did for
know,
me
but no,
lately.
I know.
And then,
Listen to
and
me
then,
though.
and then, and
Listen
then,
to
Ray
me.
David,
Listen
real
to me.
quick,
Round
real
one.
quick. While
Listen to
you,
me, Phase. Hold on. Let me. Because I was trying to finish saying this. So a lot of people think that he's going to be written off. What this is going to do is this is going to open opportunity for other big names to go after Boots and now allow him to fight big names on different cards. Because now they're going to be like, if he has a loss, now I can beat him. So now he gets a second chance to prove that he's the best or the number one guy or top tier in the boxing space across the realm. So that's what we want. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
want
yeah,
him to be
yeah.
able to, yeah.
No,
You see what I'm
but
saying? So
Ryan,
that changes
Ray,
everything.
Ray, 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 Ray.
Yo, you call me Ryan. I'm quick.
I truly respect your passion for what you're saying, but I'm not sure that I can co-sign that on the fact that these guys are stamped by their wins, not by their losses. And today's modern era, the
exactly. That's
O
wrong.
means a lot.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
nah.
Mayweather is the one. Unfortunately, I don't
No.
want us to succumb to it. Yes, Ray, I'm with you. It doesn't
I'm gonna
mean
break it down.
shit, but we gotta evolve as content creators to what the era is now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So
It's not the
my
same, Ray.
question to
Like
you,
it's
my
no
Hey
question.
game.
yo,
Okay.
Hold on.
y'all
My
can hear
question
me,
is
yo?
right.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah, I
Freeway.
hear you. My question is to you though, right? You said something about Mayweather. I'm glad that Tio said the same thing. Did we forget that Mayweather went after a record that was held by Rocky Marciano, who was the guy who everybody tried to match up to, and everybody tried to take that number one tier of being undefeated and beat his record. So we got to stop putting Mayweather at the forefront just because he holds the record of wins and losses, right? Other fighters have tried, many. This dude went 84-0 before he even lost, bro,
I
and had a
get it.
draw,
Yeah, but Mayweather
right?
fought more champions though.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you don't. What
literally
you
Yeah.
don't
nobody.
get,
No,
Ray. We weren't
listen.
I mean,
born
I
in
don't
those
know. Like,
eras,
Hold
Ray.
on.
I think Mayweather is on league
Julio
on his own
Julio
right now.
Cesar Chavez fought more champions than Floyd Mayweather. And he, like I said,
I don't believe
84
him.
no
I
before.
don't know about that.
What?
I don't know about
What?
that one,
Yeah,
bro.
he had more fights.
He,
Yeah, that's
bro,
it.
he fought
And
more
how many
champions than
wins versus
Mayweather,
losses do he
bro.
have?
All
No,
right. Did he fight?
there's been no boxer in boxing history that fought
I
more
didn't say
champions
he
than
I didn't say
Mayweather.
he hold
Yeah,
on. I didn't say he beat more champions.
that
Mayweather beat
fought.
more champions.
He fought.
He
Yes,
fought he
and
fought
that's
more
what counts,
champions.
Ray.
Wait, how many?
Okay.
Yeah,
That
But
the
you
I'm saying
beat,
he
not
beating
has
that
them
you
so
is what
lost to.
counts, though.
Yeah, you don't get
all right.
percentage.
Yeah.
You
So
get paid for
remember
all of them.
when he was
Why
champion, he
even
was
say that?
unifying, right?
God
So we have a
damn.
lot. It's all good, but it don't even matter. My point is, he was 84-0 before he even took a draw. So we can't, everybody thought he was the greatest thing of all time. So we have to understand that those are just numbers, bro. Eventually, those numbers go away. It's just that those are moments that we look at. And guess what? If Boots lose, listen, I'm in both corners right now. I'm literally like wondering today, like, yo, if Xander wins, I wouldn't be surprised. Matter of fact, low key, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody on the stage, though I think
No,
Boots is gonna
you're
win.
wrong. I
Listen, hold
think.
on,
Hey, hey,
listen. Let me finish.
Let him
Though I
talk. Let
think
him
Boots,
talk.
because I'm about to go back to work. Though I think Boots
Damn.
is going to win by split decision, right? At the end of the day, I still believe Xander has a chance. And low key, I want Xander to win just so he can shut up the space. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100. Low key.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I'm rooting for Xander. You know what I mean? I want my money though, because I'm definitely
Right.
betting on him, because that's gonna be a close fight. But
Right.
I'm
And
good.
until
to clarify,
until
Well,
Chavez
like
didn't
I
fight
agree
more
with round
champions
one.
than
You
Floyd.
betting
Like
on who, Ray?
Floyd fought more champions than Chavez. Chavez fought 19.
You put money on
Floyd fought
Xander, Ray?
23.
I don't know if
You
he's
put
gonna put
you put
money on
money on.
Xander,
man, it's
but
a
he's
different
just
day and
hoping.
age.
He said he bet on somebody.
Yeah, no, I said I had to take care of some business. I got to put you on mute. Like I said, I had to get back to work
Oh,
on certain things.
okay.
No, I'm
Nah,
definitely putting money on
I
Xander. Are
agree with
you
round one
crazy?
though.
Are you
He's
crazy? Are you
Xander can
crazy,
win
bro?
that
If he
fight.
Nah,
just
if Xander
hopeful. He's just
if
hopeful.
Yo,
Xander
how
wins,
how I
if
sound? How I
bro,
sound,
Xander
y'all?
can
Because
win
my
that
my
fight.
device died. My phone died,
Nah,
and
you
I
sound
couldn't
great.
you
charge
I
good,
it.
can hear you
you good,
great. You
you
good.
good.
Okay,
You good
But if
money.
Xander wins though, if Xander wins,
I just
bro,
can't see everything on this
that's a
phone.
big payday, bro. I'm telling you, I'm putting my
Oh,
money where my
very big payday and a great scalp. And Jerome Boots Ennis, yes.
so that's why I
That
said I'm gonna
fight,
put my money on Xander.
Xander is gonna gain so much. He gonna do what we want Devin Haney to do and go on a goddamn cherry pick raid. That's how big that fight is, and ain't nobody gonna give a damn.
Yeah,
Period.
then
because he already beat Boots. But no,
Facts.
I agree with
Yep.
what round one was saying earlier about uh just the simple fact it's not you talking about a guy that hasn't had a lot of big tests, and it's like he get a test like this and he lose, outbox or something like that. It's not the same as winning 84 fights and then losing in a split decision draw or nothing like that. This different. This is way different. But
Too
but but
different.
at the end of the day, like I said, this ain't the fight. But I'm looking to scale Boots off of whether he win. If he lose, then I'm gonna call him trash. But if he win, I'm gonna be like he's supposed to win. He's supposed to
He's not
win,
giving
and I'm
credit
betting
no
on him to
ways.
win by knockout.
He said he's not giving credit no ways. No, if he wins, that's a good win for Boots. I mean, he's gonna be unified at this point.
agreed. I think it's a good win, but
Yeah,
I
very,
kind
very
of
good
agree with
point.
Paige a little bit
I
because
think
he's
it's probably
supposed
his
to win
best
this
win
fight.
in his career, to be honest with you.
It would be his best win.
Yeah, but I don't. I do think Xander is
Hands
a very
down.
dangerous. I don't think the style is a good style matchup for Boots. To be honest with you.
Would it not be Jerome Boots Ennis' best win in one day? You guys gotta recognize
No, I said it is his best win.
unification. No, I think you guys got to recognize unification and what it really means in the sport of boxing. Xander's not a one belt champion, he's a unified world champion. And by Jerron Boots Ennis beating a unified world champion, you would have to give him that status of beating a unified world champion. So, like, we got to acknowledge these titles for what they mean world champion. Beating Xander is not just a world champion, but a unification. You are now a unified world champion in Jerome Boots Ennis if he was able to pull it off. We got to acknowledge these belts.
Round one, I think we all acknowledge that this will be Boots' best win if he wins.
Yes, thank you.
The
Yeah, for
belts
sure.
matter to me. So like, yeah, the belts everything. I agree with you. You and Flair on that. The belts is everything. So I think
It
this is
is.
best win, and I think this is gonna be his most tricky fight. I got Boots
Yeah,
winning. I don't think it's gonna be that by that much. I got it like 8-4, 7-5.
I think Xander might surprise
So
some people. Boots better be on his
Me
shit.
too.
Yeah,
Well, he
Xander
might
might put
surprise
out.
some people and last to the 10th round.
No, I'm
Yo,
surprised that he beat Boots.
no, he got
Flyer.
skills, Flyer.
Yo, check it out,
Flyer, he
Flyer.
got
Check it
skills,
out.
man.
Yeah.
Check it out, Flyer, right?
Licking.
The thing about Xander, I always said this, right? Even I have receipts, even 9-10 months ago, where when Xander became the first, he got his first belt against Chino Perez, that beat Conwell. I said at that moment, yeah, everybody was saying that Xander was food and that he was the weakest link. And I said, wait a minute. My boxing IQ tells me different. In fact, my boxing IQ tells me that Xander is the most fundamental boxer out of all the champions currently at the time. That doesn't spell victory, no. But for Xander's style, I thought he was better than Bakram. I thought he was better than the Tower Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. I thought he had a better style in boxing when it came to technical ability. So I didn't understand why everybody was saying that he was the weakest link or food. When I recognized that when Xander went out in his matches, what impressed me the most about him was that when his coach told him, you need to correct this, he went out in the next round and he actually did that. When I saw Jerron Boots Ennis arguing with his dad in the corner with Karen, I noticed that, it wasn't the same. I saw disruption.
That's because his dad was just saying, knock him out, knock him out, knock
Right.
him out.
Just like
So it ain't
Teofimo
Boots' fault.
Lopez's dad was saying, knock him out in the George Kambosos fight. But I kept saying, just pay attention to Xander's boxing ability. His boxing ability or the way the game is supposed to be carried out. Now, do I say that spells victory? No. Jerron Boots Ennis is a remarkable style boxer. Remarkable. He's fast off the trigger. He can improvise. He's got a good boxing IQ, and he knows about distance and range, which makes him dangerous, right? So I said that. But I also said that, yes, Xander, that's why this makes this good of a fight. It really does. Because I think that this is Jerron Boots Ennis's biggest task. By definition, gentlemen, do you really believe that anybody that Jerron Boots Ennis fought can beat Chino Perez?
They
Nope.
They probably don't know who that dude is.
Nope.
But they up there talking.
That's all I'm saying. I'll just drop the mic right there.
That's good. That's a good one. But listen, you're right, man. And that's what I've been saying on these panels for like the last drop the mic. Drop the mic. He stole my avatar. That thing. Anyway. But yeah, no, you're 100% right, man. Like that's what I've been saying on these streets. I think Joseph was co-signing with me a lot too. Like I just don't I see this as a coming out party for Boots and Xander, not just Boots. We have to be clear and understanding that this is what makes big fights, and we just hope that we get what Floyd and Pacquiao should have been. We hope we get that.
Yes, sir.
What other big fights should have been, right? You get the best of the best. We want the Hearns Leonard, the Hagler Leonard fight type atmosphere. We wanted a combative. You see what I'm saying? We don't have those fights no more. So this is what we want, man.
Don't we?
Because they duck. I don't want to use the word duck, but they do. They look for other reasons not to fight each other, man. Whether it be money or timing or this person's not on my side of the street. It's just a bunch of garbage. And this is what we need. It's a DAZN thing, and I think at the end of the day, what we're going to get is we're going to get a great atmosphere in this fight. You're going to have two historical nations going at it, colliding in the ring. Two fight towns, right? Or a fight country and a fight city. This is what it's about, man. This is the only thing you can ask for. Baby. This is exactly what it's about. And all the other things that people are talking about and trying to push, narratives or just give their opinions on things that are like disgruntled or just to shame another fighter. They're just being crazy. You know what I mean? You don't have to look for different things. Everybody has their flaws. So you don't have to look far for that. But the fact is, we're not looking at flaws. We're looking at the cash cow of the fights, man. And I don't mean that as in money wise. Like we're looking at who's going to cash out and walk out of there as a champion. We're looking at those guys. We're looking at the people that are going to be have their hand raised in the ring and the other person knowing that they're the second best in the division. That's what we're looking at.
Right.
That's what we're looking at. If Boots wins, guess who he gets a fight with? You're gonna laugh at me, but it's true. He's gonna get a fight with Dalton Smith. I mean, not Dalton Smith.
Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly, right? He's gonna get a championship fight anyway. So guess what that puts him in?
That'll be an in-house fight.
right, and puts him right back where he needs to be. Am I wrong? Rematch. So that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Or
So that's
Sebastian Fundora.
I don't think Fedora. Fedora ain't crossing the street, man.
Hey,
He
yo,
on
he's
that
calling
PBC
out
crap.
everybody inactive fighter, but active fighters. Like, what the fuck is up with Sebastian?
He tripping.
He's
PBC
calling
shit.
out Jerron Boots, and I'm sorry. He's calling out
Earl Spence and all them
Josh
dudes.
Kelly.
Spence. Josh.
Oh,
No, he's calling out Spence, which has been inactive for what over over 600 days.
It's that PBC shit.
I
Yo,
thought he was trying to get the winner of Spence versus
Did he
Kim
duck
Zoo.
Xander too?
the winner, and then he called out the Charlo twin, the other
That's a
inactive
good fight.
fighter.
That's a good fight though.
Nah,
No, it
Trying
ain't.
to get back in the
nah,
mix.
bro.
And Charlo,
No, it ain't.
really, he's the lineal champion for real, for real.
Listen.
I don't know about it.
I've learned this in
Mm.
boxing. Boxing taught me this valuable lesson: to not to evolve with boxing and not allow boxing to get you captivated in a name. Jamel Charlo was Jamel Charlo of the time, but I'm not sure that's the same man that's going to enter the ring. Case in point,
Right.
Spencer wasn't the same man that entered the ring against Terrence Crawford. Or can we agree to that?
Nah,
Right?
we can't agree to
And
that.
and the thing is that Errol Spence Jr. that fought Kell Brook, that wasn't the fighter that fought Terrence Crawford. Now was it?
But Charlo didn't take no damage though, Edwin.
Yeah, I know he didn't take no damage, but here's the problem with boxers, and I'm gonna tell you this from experience. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit this, right? In my day, I was a pretty good fighter. I'm what I consider wasted talent, and I can live with that. I thought that just because I could beat everybody in my gym, I walk in a month later and still beat everybody, that I was the man. Here's the problem with that. In boxing, it's basically real time, the speed of fighting. Jamel Charlo can train all he wants, get all the six packs he wants. That's not going to prove to me that you're on the speed of boxing. And you got to learn that as an athlete. We think that we could take a year off and come back and take a 4-month training camp and be right back where that year left us off. And that's a lie. You take a year off, you're going to need a year back of training to get back where you were. The late Kobe Bryant taught us all that. He taught us the Black Mamba way. That if I was training like this for 5 years and you started my program tomorrow, you would never catch up to me as long as I didn't have a break in my system. Meaning that Jamel Charlo would need 2 to 3 fights to get really acclimated to the speed of boxing. And I know that. You could dress him up all you want. Put him in there with fucking cornflake there, a Lamada. You could do all you want. But that's not the real speed of boxing in the top echelon now, is it? You fuck around and put that Charlo twin in there right away with someone that's active. He's gonna get a rude awakening. You gotta bring him back to boxing. You can't be just captivated on the name that once was Jamel Charlo. That's why a lot of people put their hard-earned money on fucking one-time Keith Thurman. Why? Because they thought that, oh shit, I remember what one time used to be. And they fell in love with the name. But it's not who he was now, was it, on fight night? And I don't think Jamel Charlo should be in the talks of fighting any world champions right away. I believe in him. I think he's a force to be reckoned with. If he was to come back like a George Foreman that didn't ask for no handouts, that made his way up the division, then now we're talking. I would have more faith in him. I'm just asking the boxing public not to remember the name, but stay in the now. What is Jermell Charlo right now? He's not acclimated to no weight division. He's not up to the speed, and he doesn't give me the confidence to bet on him. I would have to see more of him, and that's just being honest. I love him as a fighter. I think he's a remarkable fighter. I don't think no one beat him. The twin that didn't lose. But I'm realistic in the fact that boxing is something you can't play. You can't. It will pull your skirt. If you're not fully active and in the fucking fight scene and up to the fight speed, you're not going to convince me otherwise. That's what boxing taught me.
What up, round one?
What up, my dude? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
What hustle, man?
What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good, everybody? You doing better, right? Round one. I don't want to get into all that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm doing better. If you're talking about my daughter, my ex-wife situation.
Yeah, I didn't want to get all into it. I just have you.
Yeah. I'm trying to do better. Actually, you guys are my distraction. I talk to you guys, and you guys keep my mind racing and moving on to other things. So thank you.
Man, you're always in my prayers, bro. Like as a fellow father, like I don't even know how that feels, but like prayers to you like, every day.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. I just want to, I just want to say what's up, man, and say my
condolences. Hey, round one.
What up?
Was there really a fallout between the boxing voice and Bill Haney recently, or am I just hearing some dumbass?
It's your typical fallout between any coach and YouTube content creator. If you don't say something that they agree to, whatever, they'll be around again in their next fight. You know how this goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What they disagree on? Yeah.
Well, it was no disagreement actually between Ness and Devin. Devin is more behind the scenes, and it's more Bill that's in your face. You hear more of Bill. Okay, as far as
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
right. As far as Bill Haney, what ended up happening was he knew that he would have to answer a lot of questions that Ness is like real in your face with, right?
What questions, though?
Hold on, man. Let him answer, man. Because I know what you're talking about, because I felt that energy too. So I knew it was Ness not going with the script. But anyways, go ahead and say what you're saying, real one.
Yeah. It was just that Ness, Bill more or less knew that Ness was gonna ask some of the hard questions. Bill chose to go on platforms that he can control the narrative. And since Ness is with you, right? But as quickly everybody finds out, he'll turn on you in a second. And the thing is that although you think that Ness is campaigning for this dude, like Devin Haney and shit like that, Ness is also gonna think of views, clicks, and likes. And he's going to ask those questions, and Bill doesn't want to face that right now. And that's my honest opinion.
Yeah, so I was thinking like,
but what was the conversation?
Yeah, what was the damn question? Because I mean, last
originally there was no real question. It was about the Rolly situation. Remember when Rolly had said that he had sent them an offer, and Devin had said, we looked over the offer and the offer looked good. So when Devin went on social media and said that, I came out and said, yo, Ness, don't you think that Devin is not the one that handles all this? They probably whispered to him, hey, they sent an offer, and maybe Devin spoke prematurely and said, they send a good offer, right? Because
Favorable,
and then the
favorable,
next
never
day,
favorable.
the next day, Devin saw the offer and said, "Man, fuck that, right? I'm not going for that shit, right?" That's what I said. But
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what this show. That's what this actual show is about. Is that offer?
right. So and then Ness took what I said and said, "Fuck that round one. I'm not going on your hypothetical shit. I want to ask Devin Haney, why the fuck did he duck Rolly?" So once he said that, I think Bill took it. You know, I'm spitballing here because he never came back on.
But hold on. Round one. Now round one.
Hold on. Now you know Nez did that for
No,
clicks and views. Because how the hell he get the type of information and just go out and say that somebody's ducking somebody? That's all I'm saying.
Ness is well connected. Ness is well connected now,
Hey,
guys.
can y'all hear Fire?
Slow
Man?
down,
Fire
y'all.
trying to
Slow down,
talk.
y'all. Hold on. What I was trying to say is in the beginning of this live, I was actually talking about that, you know, because people say, why did Devin? The people ask the question, why did Devin say it was a solid offer? That was his words. He said it was a solid offer, but people overlooked the fact that he went on the Ring Magazine's channel. What's the name of their little show that they have with who's on there? I forget, Max Kellerman and
Max Kelly, man.
yeah, what's the name of that?
Yeah.
He was on there and
Arrow Hawani.
Yeah, they specifically asked him. Mike Coppinger was on there, I think. But
it was
anyway,
Mike
they specifically asked him what did the offer consist of, and Devin said that he said, well, it was a network. He said it was a date and a venue, and that's it. There was no talks of the money,
being a
the
good
purse,
offer.
or none of that stuff.
Yeah.
He said we're currently working on that part. So the PBC, that's why I say that the PBC had
I'm sorry,
a plan,
Frequent.
bro.
I gotta interrupt you, Frequent, because Devin Haney himself said we looked over the offer and it was a fair offer. So you got to go off that.
No. Listen.
But then he said that he was going to negotiations.
I knew people was going to get it all mixed up what he said. That's why I had
Hacker. You notice they don't read Devin's
I clipped the
tweets
video and I played the video.
Okay, brother.
I played the
Explain.
video. I played the video at the beginning of the live, but my phone died and I'm on a different device now, so I can't really play it now. Hold on, I'm gonna try to turn my other.
But Devin has tweets up that'll explain this whole shit. Hold on, Devin has whole tweets up, and he literally said, Rolly must have got on Twitter and was talking all this. Oh, the deal was finalized. We sent it offer. It's almost ready and shit. And Devin jumped on the
favorable.
Yeah, and Devin jumped on the
Devin
Twitter
got
and
it, though,
said,
he said,
hold on.
Oh, my bad, bro. I want to go after you though.
Yeah, Devin jumped on Twitter and he said, bro, why is you speaking on the deal? Like, yo, like you running your damn mouth too much. Like this deal is not finished yet. Like this is his tweets. Shit is on Twitter. It's a whole bunch of shit he done said on Twitter that nobody's paying attention to. But everybody got these rolling videos is what I don't fucking understand.
And Rolly lying this.
Hey, so remember, round one, you remember, hold on real quick. So round one, you remember when Bill was asked that question, what did he said something like, it was Ness. No, it was a caller, and he asked him a question, said something about like, is he like, who's he gonna fight or something like that, or who do he have lined up or something like that. And then Bill didn't answer the question directly. He started talking about every other fighter. And then that's when Ness said, hold on, Bill. Now I have to ask you directly. Are you talking about this person? Do you remember what I'm talking about, round one?
Yes, I do know what you're
can you
talking
explain that a
about.
little bit more in detail? Because I believe, in my personal opinion, that's when Bill was like, okay, he's trying to do something funny right here. That's what I believe. Because Bill didn't even answer the question right then. He didn't want to answer the question directly right then either. So, but go ahead.
Okay, gentlemen. I just wanna interject and say this, right? Can we all say that in life there's what we call small talk? Yeah. Meaning your lawyer calls your dad and says, "Hey, I just got the contract. I'm looking it over. I'm going to get back to you on the particulars. We'll meet up Monday morning. So your dad turns around and tells you, Devin, you being Devin, hey, they just sent over the Rolly contract. We're looking it over. It looks to be good. Then Devin later on goes on an interview on that day and says they just sent over a contract. I don't take Devin on his word that he's a manager, that he's a lawyer.
I will say this. I got
that
one more
he's
thing
the
to say.
guy
Bro,
that's looking
you're saying
over the
there's no
contract.
other people. It's Devin and Bill, and that's it.
I
Who else is
understand.
Now
there?
here's the thing,
I
though. Here's the
understand that
thing.
much,
Hold on,
but I
let him
don't
finish.
think that Devin is sitting in a lawyer's position where he's looking over the particulars. I believe there's small talk, and that's what I started this with. There's small talk in real world where I just call you as your lawyer and say, yo, I got this case beat. I didn't tell you how. I didn't tell you the particulars. I just said I got this case beat. You understand?
Let's hear
Kind of,
it.
sort of, but
Let's hear it directly from Devin, because people saying he said this, he said that.
In football, everybody's can't just send contracts. So is it disrespectful for Rolly to be sending y'all contracts? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, he came with something from the network to it was something that was realistic for me and my team. It wasn't, all the details. That's why I said, we're beginning negotiations, but it was a venue, it was a date, and it was a network. So
Okay.
Exactly
and
what I
my
said,
team,
bro.
he been talking with my
Exactly
team,
what I said.
and
Small talk.
we're seeing how we can,
No, it's
add
not small
different
talk.
things into to this deal to make it work. So
He
no, I mean it
specifically
was
said what it was, but
it,
everybody tried to say that, oh, why he said it was a good offer. And no, he specifically said that all they had was a date, a network, and a venue. And that's
Okay.
and
it.
here's my
He
thing
Okay.
said
with
Now,
everything
Nez.
now,
else was
now,
being
now, now,
Here's
he
my
said
now,
they're
thing.
beginning
now, here's
Just a second.
negotiation.
Just a second.
now. Wait, wait,
I
wait, wait,
heard
wait,
this
wait.
one thing with Nez. I heard this one thing from Nez. I just seen a YouTube short of somebody calling up talking about Devin ducking, and all this other bullshit. And Nez checked them and said, "Oh, you want us to take them old goddamn slave deals just like Terrence Crawford and this, and that." I wish I had the video on me right now. So
Okay,
that's
hold
where
Right,
on,
that's
right
where I'm
there,
hold
from.
but
on,
we
hold on,
just
hold on,
saw
hold on, hold on,
exactly
hold
what
on,
Dan
hold on,
said. He
hold on, hold on.
explained it.
Okay,
He
wait,
explained it in
wait.
detail right there.
Freaker. Wait a minute. What I took from that interview was exactly small talk. What Devin alluded to was he knew about a date, a venue, the particular of that. That means the
May
lawyer
30th.
told them. That means that the lawyer told them we have a date, we have a time. Now we have to look over the contract. So it obviously shows that Devin was informed about a date, an offer to fight Rolly, but he didn't know the particulars.
He
Which
said that's all they had. You're trying to
that's
make it
all
out to
they
something
had,
that
right?
he said that's all they sent over was that. And he said and then they had to negotiate the particulars, the rest
And,
of it. He
and
said
then
we're
that
going into negotiations now, but that was what Rolly sent over.
right, and that alludes to small talk. When he said, I have to go over the particulars,
Yeah,
it
you're right. You're right.
allowed you to know that he didn't know all the ins
Mhm.
and outs of the initial contract. So Devin was telling
Yeah.
you, I heard what he had to say. That is exactly the definition of small talk between your lawyer and yourself. You're admitting that they send an offer, an amount, a place, but you didn't know the particulars. That
No,
is the
no,
definition of
no,
small
no.
talk.
But listen what you're saying. You said amount. Y'all keep trying to sneak that in there that he
I
knew that it was a zero guarantee. No, he did. He said they didn't even come with that on the offer. He said all the offer had. He said we had a network, we had a venue and date, and that's it. They didn't have no offer. He didn't know nothing about uh
right.
uh the particulars of the purse. There was no see, the PBC withheld that information until Giasoff went into a negotiation with
How
Jack
do you know this,
Catterall.
Flyer?
Then they let
So
him know
so
that it was that.
so
So Nez,
flyer
how do
As
you know
soon as
this?
we
so
heard that
flyer
they was
so
You know
going into
flyer
that's wild,
frequency.
negotiation,
man.
That's when we heard that Devin said, "Man, they trying to give me a zero
So
guarantee
flyer
with this,
frequency
that, and the
off
third."
of you, off of your own, analogy, off your own analogy, and hearing you talk just now. Wouldn't you say that Devin didn't know everything? Wouldn't that be the definition of small talks, not knowing the particulars?
Can
That he
somebody go to
was
Devin Haney's
But
tweets?
y'all overlooking the fact that that's all that PBC sent over. That's what they sent over.
I agree. I
It's
agree with
not,
Pickett.
That's all
When
they
we gonna
sent
go to
over.
Devin
It's not.
Haney's tweets? That's what I'm trying to figure out because he explained the shit. He explained it. When we gonna go to his tweets? We already done heard Romero's 35 fucking videos and shit. Like what the fuck, man?
Can you pull it up,
Can we hear
Edwin?
Devin's side? Devin's
what's that?
tweets
What you would like to me to pull up
He's looking for Devin's tweets.
about what? About
the Rolly fight. The shit we
about the
talking about.
Rolly
He
fight?
has a side of the story on his Twitter feed. Let me
But I
see.
think that video right there where Devin just spoke on what he had originally, because when he originally sent the offer over, Devin said it was a solid offer, and they asked him in that studio right there, "What do you mean it's a solid offer? What is the offer? Can you say?" And he said, "Well, we had a venue, a date, and a network, and that's it." He said the rest he said we're going to go into negotiations about the rest. So that was all they sent over. It's not about it being small talk like they sent some more over, but he just didn't know about it. No, he's talking about exactly what they sent over.
So when it first, see, this is in the same interview that he said it was favorable. So what I'm gonna say to you is this, Flyer. Listen, hold on. Ooh,
I
you so
said,
quick to
that's
say
all I
something.
said.
Okay. So you're agreeing with me. So what I'm saying to you is this is the second comeback, right? So the very first thing that when he came out there and said that anything about it, he said it was a favorable offer. What I'm
He
trying
said
to
that on
say,
this video right here.
okay, so listen to me. If he says play that part where he says it, I need you to show me this. Please.
Bro, does you be getting confused?
No,
He said, bro,
stop.
this what he
Anything
said. He
but
Bro,
his
said
bro,
it was a
tweets,
listen to
huh?
me.
favorable
Let's
offer,
Let him
listen to it
play.
and
again.
they
Thank you.
asked
Let the
him what
part where he
was in
says
the
Anything but
favorable.
Devin's
offer. They
tweets.
asked him what was in the offer, and then
Let
he
him play
explained.
the part where it says, "Hey, hold on." Let him play the part
Anything
where he
but
says it's
Devin's
favorable,
tweets.
please. I mean, hey, bro, I'm not the
It's
In
host, so you
football,
ain't
favorable
everybody's
talking to
because
him.
can't
it's a
sign
network,
contracts.
a
So is it
venue.
disrespectful for Rolly to be sending y'all contracts? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, he came with something from the network to it was something that was realistic for me and my team. It wasn't all the details. That's why I said we're beginning negotiations, but it was a venue, it was a date, and it was a network. So
Okay.
and my team, he been talking with my team, and we're seeing how we can add different things into to this deal to make it work. So no, I mean it made sense. What he sent over made sense. It wasn't no
It was
BS.
good. Okay, good. Because I just
Okay,
Where's the part where it says favorable?
bro.
He said
He
favorable
basically
right
said
there.
it makes sense, man. That's
He said favorable
No.
too.
Here's another. Listen to me. There's another interview he did. He said it was a favorable offer. Where is that at? How
okay.
come you don't have that one?
And then he said he's
Okay,
gonna begin the
basically
negotiation.
what he said
Did you
there,
know what
he
I'm
didn't
talking
say
about?
it wasn't
Hold on. Round
favorable.
one. Am I right? Did
He
he
I
didn't
say
hear
it
say
was
it
you.
wasn't
I
negative?
hear you.
favorable
I
in what
hear
we
you.
just listened to. So what you saying though?
He said
What
it was
I'm
a favorable
Anything but
negotiation offer, so he's gonna
so
start negotiations.
so boxing hacker. You know what I'm talking about. There's another interview where he says that the
I
offer is
did the same
favorable.
interview.
Yeah, but what's your point
Okay, so
though?
what I'm
We
okay, so this is my point.
It's not
If he's
another interview. That's the same interview.
It's the
no,
same
it's
interview.
not because he uses the word
That is the
favorable.
same interview.
So
But the
play the
same
part
interview,
where it
but
says
that was a different
favorable.
That's
part.
where you getting the clip from, bro. It's the
So
same interview,
play the
bro.
part. Okay, so listen.
So play the
Play the
part where it
part
says
says
favorable is what he's
favorable. Why are
asking.
you not playing it?
You're playing, so you can
why we're
understand.
acknowledging that
That's
he
what
said
he's
that.
asking.
Freaking play
We're
it. It doesn't
acknowledging
matter.
that he
So this
said
is
that. But what's your
so in
point?
that part. My point is this: so for him to say that was favorable, that means he went over. He had to talk about the money.
No, it doesn't.
You
No,
don't
there
say
was no money. You
yes,
see, that's
yes.
the
No, it
thing. You
doesn't.
keep
Listen,
trying
He
to
listen.
offered a fight.
slide that money part in, and he never
So
said anything
But
about no
guess
I'm
money.
what,
not
y'all? Guess what
listen.
I
You can
found,
send me
y'all? Guess what I
listen.
found? Guess
You
what
can
I
send
found?
me an
Hold
offer.
on,
You can
y'all.
send me you
Hold
can
on,
send me
y'all.
an
This
offer. Hold
just
on. Let me
in.
finish what I'm saying, fam. Because I don't want to lose my point. You
I
can
got
send me something,
concrete over
right?
here.
That's what's up. You can send me an offer, right? But in the offer, it needs to show me something. Why otherwise you're just talking out the side of your ass. This is not real.
All
He
right,
said
now
it's
hold on,
favorable
y'all.
because
Hold
there
on,
was a
y'all. I'm
network, a
on
venue, and a date.
fly.
That means if they got a date, that means they took the time to they had the venue booked for a date. So it's
So listen,
favorable
y'all.
because you got a
You have to
Flyer,
network,
tell
hold on,
people
you
hold
what
on,
got
the
a
y'all.
you
money
got
is,
a,
though,
Hold
a
on,
bro.
y'all.
venue. It's
Listen to me. Their
favorable.
money has to
Hold
be
on,
put out
y'all.
Are
there.
you saying that favorable has to be
Flyer,
with money
Flyer,
monetarily?
I got
No.
you. Flyer, I got you. Hold on. So tell me why I'm scrolling on Devin Haney's Twitter page, and he reposted the non-guarantee shit that they told Bud Crawford with the Errol Spence deal back when they was having back and forth. So why does he has that reposted right here for April 3rd?
I
Y'all
don't know.
remember when Terrence Bud Crawford set that goddamn camera up and sat on that couch to explain why the hell the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight didn't go through the first fucking time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Devin Haney just
reason.
reposted that shit, but I'm just telling. Hold on, but I'm gonna keep scrolling though. Here we go. Let me see.
What I'm saying is this. I just don't. I mean,
Yep.
we're
Go
all
to Devin Haney's
speculating.
Twitter page, April 2nd. Go to Devin Haney's Twitter page and go and scroll down to April 2nd. And
You
then he
want
got
shirt?
to go to April 2nd. He's
You
complaining his
you, you
part of the
talking about
deal.
this,
He got the
bro?
whole shit. He got
You
the
talking about
whole
this?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a couple of them. It's a couple of them, G. It's one below that. It's a couple of them. He got the
This
whole
was something
shit.
I had screen. This was something we was talking about before, so I already had it screenshotted in my phone. But
So why
this is
we
when
gotta break this down.
this is afterwards though. So this is after it came out though. When he came out and said that
Right.
they wanted them to take the zero guarantee, that was April the 2nd. But that video, that clip that I showed you, that I was showing, was before April the 2nd. That was when the offer first got sent over from Romero. This
In football, everybody's can't
this
send
hold on.
contracts. So
This
send
Go to
video,
that
contracts.
whole
So
hold on, I'm
page,
trying to
man.
pause it. I was trying to pause it. This video right here is from earlier than that. This was when the offer first got sent over, and he came to this show with Max Kellerman on there or whatever. And they
See,
So
asked,
but
this
y'all
is
that's when he first,
earlier
that's
than
when
April
this is
2nd.
yeah, it's earlier than April 2nd. And this is
Right.
what Blue is talking about when he said it was a favorable offer. I just clipped the part when they asked him the details on the offer. But right before this, right here, he said it was a favorable offer. And then they asked him, that guy said, I don't know who that is. I think he's he's in the NFL or
He used
something.
to
But
play in the
He's a
NFL.
football player. Yeah, he's a player. He's a
yeah,
football
yeah,
player.
but he said, is it disrespectful for Romero to send y'all an offer over after Devin said it was favorable? But then Devin said what he said right here, what I clipped up, because this is the detail that Devin said, because everybody always say, well, why he say that it was favorable if he already knew that it was a zero guarantee? But that's not true. He didn't know nothing about the purse. He said right here in detail all he knew about, because they inquired about it. And he said they asked him what it consists of. And he said we had a date, we had a venue, and we had a network. And he said, so that's favorable right there. That's what he's talking about when he said it was favorable.
Yeah, and
He didn't know nothing about no
why
purse.
I implemented the small talk theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play your
So
cook, bro.
nah, I ain't cooked, man. Cut it out. So like I said, brother, we can take what we want to take from, but these boxers don't ever just display or
Well,
put out there everything a part of the contract
well,
because they can't do that.
the part you're talking about, right? Devin said this. He said that
What
it
you
was
mean
a
the fight
solid
I'm talking
offer,
about?
and they're gonna begin negotiations, right?
Hold on. What do you
So,
mean the fight I'm talking about?
huh?
What do you mean
No,
by
he
the
said it
fight
was a
I'm talking about?
favorable offer. He talking about Rolly
Yeah, the part
Romero
you're talking about.
situation.
Yeah, I'm quoting what he said. He said that the offer was favorable, so they're gonna begin negotiations. If everything was finalized at that moment,
So
why would they
what do they
begin?
offer them? I mean, hold on. What is a favorable offer then? If you're
He
offering
just
me
told
something,
you
Yeah,
what
but
it
you
is.
listen
still
to
need
me.
details.
Listen to me. Stop.
This
See, this what I
Dang.
mean,
Hold
All
on,
bro.
y'all
this
want to
dude
do is
be
Listen
repeat
to
acting
what he's
yourself.
slow, man. He
saying,
just
No,
bro.
hold on.
told
I
you
Like,
what
got.
it
Ain't
is.
nobody
y'all
acting
gotta
Let
slow,
play
him
the
bro.
talk. I want to
video.
hear what he says.
Bro,
Go.
what I'm saying is
Like,
this.
this is
If it's
crazy, bro.
Let him talk,
if
man.
it's
Let him talk.
if this is favorable offer, that means that you're telling me what's good and we can still negotiate. That means you're telling me what the price is where the venue is. Man, sometimes you don't even find out where the venue's at. You have to wait for
He
that.
said they
You
didn't
see what I'm
have
saying?
the price and
He
all
said they
that.
didn't have a price. They didn't have a purse. They had a venue, a date, and a network. That's favorable. If you got the network already,
He
and you
explained
got the
it, and I
venue, and
So
you
understood
got
how's
the
what
that
that
date for the
favorable?
venue, that's
Let me
favorable
ask you
because
And
something.
it's
then
telling
there
you they
was
not
Listen,
negotiation,
playing,
listen to
bro.
what you're saying. Listen what you guys are saying. You guys are saying that it's favorable for just to have a venue. It's favorable just to have
he explained it. That's what he
listen
said.
to me. He's a bro. Stop fucking repeating the same thing. I'm saying something. React after I
You
say
not
something.
saying nothing because you
let
you
Yes,
let
I
you
let
talking
am.
let
about
let him finish,
Anyways,
yo. Let him
bro.
you
finish.
talking
God
about
To be
damn.
fair,
Yo,
you
the
did
let
just
So
him
say
go,
what you're
guys.
saying now, though, bro. But go ahead.
listen,
how many
What you
times
say?
you
if
gonna
it's
say it?
favorable, how are you telling me? How is that telling me just saying that? Oh, the network is PBC.
He
No, he's
explained
saying
it.
that they got a network to fight on, which I'm guessing
Yeah.
was Amazon Prime. They had a date and a venue. They got a date for the venue
So
and
how
the
is that
venue picked out.
favorable? You're just
So
So
are
saying,
they
y'all
hey,
say, yeah,
saying,
that's
you
hold up, hold up,
favorable
hold
because
The
up,
they
date
hold
and
already
the
up,
got a
hold
venue are
date
up,
picked
hold
out
up,
for
favorable.
the
hold
fight.
up, hold up, hold
how is
up,
that
man.
favorable?
The
Because you
date and
already because
the
those the
venue are
two hardest
favorable.
things,
They're good.
the
It's a good
network
date
and the
and
What the
venue.
venue. You
fuck,
don't know that?
You don't have to know the
bro?
price of the offer. You know that, right? Like you get a job offer, you
Oh
might not
my
know
god,
how much the job paying you until they give you the details. If look at it this way, look at it this way.
nigga, in the
If the
interview they're gonna tell
negotiation,
you
if
how
the
much you're
offer
getting paid right
was
then.
closed ended, let's just say you're right, the offer was closed ended, right?
Let
Then
me
why
say
did they
something, bro.
wait? Then why
Go
did
ahead,
Devin?
boss man.
Hold on.
No, go
If
ahead,
what
go
you're
ahead. You
saying
go.
is if what you're trying to imply is true, right? That the offer was complete, like oh they told him how much the value is. Then why did Devin after say, therefore we're going to begin negotiations? What would they have to
If they
negotiate?
already knew all the particulars,
Yeah, they knew
why
Exactly.
would they
everything
be
about it.
saying
Negotiations,
So
that?
obviously there are
negotiations. Oh,
details they didn't
hold
know, and he
on. Listen
stated
to
what
me.
the
Listen to
details
me.
were.
Listen to me. You want to know how? Because you could easily say, hey, you know what? I like that offer you sent me. You said 5 million. Let me get 6 million at least. Oh, you know what? That venue was cool, but I was thinking about this other venue over here. Oh, that date's not gonna work out because I got something planned or something's going on that date. Or that
But
date is
you
wonderful.
want to insert
Like, come
Yeah,
something
on,
in
man,
there
you
that he
guys.
didn't say was in there, bro.
but then he tells you why
Man,
they
that
went.
doesn't mean shit to me.
So
How is
hold on,
that
He
fucking
told he told you
favorable?
exactly what it consists of.
Wait, hold
They
on, hold
asked
on,
that
hold on.
they inquired him.
I
They
understand.
inquired
Let
of
me
him
You
what the
listen.
offer
I
respond to
was,
this.
understand
and he
that. That's
told
not
you,
my
but you don't
argument.
want to accept that.
Hold up, no, it's okay. Let me respond to you real quick. You said what he's
N-
saying now doesn't mean shit to you. Why is the
No, what
first
I'm
part?
saying is that don't mean shit to me because that doesn't tell me how it's favorable. You're not still
Yeah,
not telling me how it's favorable. Just telling me that you have a date
well,
picked out,
He
a
tell it's
hold
venue,
on. So
favorable to him,
that
bro,
doesn't
and
mean
his
shit.
team.
How is that
Guys.
favorable, bro?
One second. So he's telling you the date is favorable. Like the date can be favorable, right? Is that out of the realm of possibilities? The date can be favorable,
It
and
was
so can
May
the
30th.
venue, and so can the network.
He
All
said
three
it
can be
was his
favorable.
favorable
But what?
offer. Like the money is good. Okay,
He
yeah, I
didn't
don't know.
say
So
nothing
offer
about an
and money
offer.
are not
Stop
the same
lying.
thing. Hold on, guys, relax. Offer and money are not the same thing, right?
This what I mean. Y'all keep
Yeah,
bringing up this
so what was
money,
offered to him
money,
was a
money,
fight.
money. He said nothing about
The
no
but
money.
Man,
but
they go
He
no,
next,
hold
keep
on,
man.
hold
lying,
on, hold
pushing
on,
these
hold on.
lies
He
from
keep.
these
That's what I'm
other
saying,
Hold
panels
bro.
on,
that he be on
it's
that be
okay.
pushing those lying narratives.
It's okay. It's
No, I
okay.
don't know what the hell you're talking about. Cut it
It's
out.
Man,
okay.
You
just
know what
say
I'm talking
Devin's a
about.
duck,
Hold
because
No,
on,
that's
I
hold
don't
on.
know
all
what
shit
I'm
is
talking about.
pointing
Don't know what you're
Let's
to.
talking
watch
about.
the
Just
Flyer,
say,
you
video again.
gaslight
nah,
Let's
fuck
niggas all the
that.
damn
Fuck
time.
that, man. Just say
No,
Devin's a duck. That's all it's pointing to.
no, hold on. It's
Just
okay.
say
Okay.
that shit.
No,
let
it's
me
okay.
go
Let's
next.
let's debate for a little
Yeah,
Just
bit.
just
say
come out
that.
and say that, bro.
Just
No, hold
come
on,
out and
guys. Let's
say
just
that.
debate it. 1 second, guys. 1 second. So it's okay. So look at it this way.
That's it.
The venue can be favorable, right? So when you said what's favorable, you asked the question you're asking is what is favorable. The venue can be favorable. The date can be favorable. The network can also be favorable. So Devin, those three
About
things
to
were
be a
favorable. But he said he was to begin
favorable
negotiation.
live stream.
And hold on. So what he was beginning to negotiate was the price. And that's what he stated.
Flyer
And now you're
frequency,
saying he
throw us
also
up on the screen.
yeah,
Throw
that's
us
what
up,
he's
take
saying.
that
That's
down
why
from Devin,
he
because you ain't playing it.
he iterated what he wanted to begin what he wanted to negotiate about. But for some reason you don't want to believe that part. But it's interesting you want to believe everything else. But the part
I
where
don't
he's
know what
actually telling you why he's
what are you saying
negotiating.
I don't want to believe? What are you
Because
talking about? I
you say you
don't
don't
want
You
to
care
don't
believe.
about
want to
what
believe what he's saying. What
yeah,
he
you
telling
say you
you
don't care
that the
what he
offer
said.
consist of?
Because
Yo,
listen, man.
let Too Rich get the floor real quick because he been up here for a minute.
go ahead,
He didn't get the.
Yeah, he got it. He got it, man.
What's going on, Fly? What's going on, Corner? I'm gonna
What's
say it
going
like
on?
this.
Too
I think
Rich.
y'all, yeah. Wait, what's going on round one?
Y'all overreaching the whole thing. It's simple as this. A year ago, or say a year or two ago, the PBC was known for giving low guarantees and you get money out the back end. Now, all of a sudden, they went from low guarantee to no guarantee. It's not a stretch to think that he thinks, I didn't know you weren't going to give me no guarantee. It's one thing to get a low guarantee. Now you say you ain't going to give me no guarantee? Why the fuck I'm going to sign that contract? Why would I do that?
Exactly. Speak on it.
It's simple as that. It's simple as that. No, you ain't got no money to give me nothing up front. Okay, forget it then. Don't worry about it.
You know what's crazy? Here's a question that I would like to ask Blue. If what is not favorable about the offer that you see, because you're saying everything is, where's the favorable situation? Where is it not favorable?
Right.
Answer that one. Where's your answer for that? Because you have all these questions.
Not
Oh,
knowing the
why is
money.
it favorable? Why is it
Sure,
favorable?
if that's
Where?
the case,
Tell me how it's not favorable.
Hey man, you asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay, go for it.
Thank you. That's what I was doing. And then he said no. Anyways,
anyway, you tripping?
like
you tripping, dog. Anyway,
no, nigga, I'm not
crack.
tripping. You just said what
Come
you
on,
said. You
man,
jumped
go,
out of the
man.
box, man.
Talk,
Shut
bro.
the fuck
Talk.
up and let me talk, bro. Talking about a nigga
First of
smoke
all,
crack, weirdo.
Yeah, I know. You and your girl do. Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You on some
Look,
weirdo time, bro.
I'm on some
Hey,
weirdo
Blue,
time, but
stop
you getting
stalling,
it.
Blue,
I
and go
know,
ahead and
bro.
answer, man. Stop stalling.
Ain't
Exactly. Come
nobody
on,
stalling,
man.
bro. Well, if he keeps saying something, I'm gonna say something back to him. It is what
Hurry
it
up,
is. Tell him to
then.
stop.
He stopped, and you still going on, man. Go ahead. Stop stalling.
Anyways, bro, you know I don't fuck with this dude like that, so you know what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, like I said, man, it ain't favorable to me. It's not favorable, and if I'm a fighter going in there, you can't even tell me from the term sheet that you're sending me an offer that there's no money on it whatsoever. Man, that ain't favorable to me.
So what's the term
It
sheet with the
doesn't matter.
offer?
He could have sent a kite over. Hey man, he sent a kite over. If you sending me a kite talking about, yeah, we got the venue and everything like that. Let's fight. Oh, okay, but what's up with the money? Well, this is not how we get down. I need to
Yeah,
know
so that's
something.
the negotiation part.
That's
And
how
they
you
might not
feel,
want to
bro. But
tell
you
me.
ain't
That's
Devin
how
Haney,
you
Hey,
bro.
that's
how you
other fighters feel
negotiate
the
the
same
money.
way. Other fighters feel
So
the same way. So it
it's
ain't just
just like
how I feel.
you can get a job. Wait, so you can get a job offer,
What the
right?
fuck?
And then you can negotiate how much you want to get paid. You know that, right? Like jobs will offer you like open and their offer, be like, hey, we want to hire you, and then afterwards you guys negotiate your salary.
No,
Same thing
nigga, they
here.
tell you in the interview, do you have this option? They tell you this is what you're going to be paid.
Not
What are
all
you talking
interviews,
about,
bro.
bro?
Not all interviews. Like
Hold on, hold
Okay.
on though. Hold on
there
though.
are places where
Blue,
you
hold on,
negotiate
Blue.
your
So
salary.
what are you implying, Blue? You think you're saying that Devin Haney is lying in this video right
I'm
here?
saying that I believe that he got told how much it is, and he goed off script, and
But
he probably was like, "Okay, I hear what you're saying. You guys are saying the favor is very offerable. We got
Oh,
everything
okay.
to a certain extent, very very favorable. But what it is we're
Oh,
still negotiating. That's what it,
so
that's
okay,
what I
why do
take
okay,
you
from it.
believe
cool.
that when he's telling you
Okay,
that
hold
didn't
on,
happen?
y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that's cool. So, you saying you believe that he just omitted that information, for a reason? But what reason do we have? This video is
I don't
from
know. I ain't here.
This
I ain't him,
video is
man.
from,
Don't ask me that
listen
question.
to me. This video is from the beginning of, this is from right when Rolly Romero news came out that Rolly Romero sent the offer. So he don't have no reason to omit that part, or not talk about the purse when they ask him what do the offer consist of. What, it don't make no sense what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
This is not,
I
that
don't
video
know.
is not something that that came out after, Rolly Romero and side, the PBC said that there was a zero guarantee. This was well before then. This was when he thought he was going to go into the fight, and he was still speaking positive about it because he thought it was a favorable offer. But he didn't mention, when they asked him what do it consist of, he never mentioned nothing about no purse or no monies, like you
He
trying to
clearly
allude
didn't
to,
know it
and
was no
trying to and
guarantee.
you
He
want to
clearly
believe that
didn't
he's
know,
lying
bro.
Exactly.
or withholding the information, but he don't have a reason to at that point.
He didn't
Exactly.
What
know it
what
was no
reason do we
guarantee. That's
have?
all it was.
What
He didn't
reason do
know it
we
was.
have at that
Okay,
point
well,
to
About
not tell him
it's
all
when
I
all
they
can
ask him
say,
what's the
speculation,
details of it?
yeah,
bro. It's
all I can say to
speculation.
that,
It's
as far as me
speculation.
goes, that Devin was told a certain thing that, like, maybe I'm saying that he was told that an offer had came in. He was told about some of the details, but not everything that the contract entailed. That's all I can go
he
off of.
wasn't told there was
Exactly.
That's
no
all I
20.
can
Nigga,
go off of
he,
because
hey,
I don't think
So
that
where
Devin.
you getting that from?
I
Not
don't.
you.
Wait.
Not you, Edwin.
The reason where I get that from is this, right?
No, Edwin, not
When,
you,
when,
not you.
He
oh,
talking
but,
about Blue.
okay,
man,
Blue.
I'm
But
not
what I'm
answering his
talking about
question,
is
man.
this. What I'm
Nigga
talking
always
about
got
is
something to
this,
say.
right? When you go over the initial offer, from what I was told, you have to make $6 million first in order to pay the PBC before we make a dime.
There
Then,
go right there, Edwin.
yeah, then after that, whatever, no one knows how many people are going to show up, how many people are going to buy the pay per
Yeah,
view. You're gambling on that.
No,
Then
it's
yeah.
not. It's really,
And
it's really
Edwin,
not that bad though, Edwin. Because Devin Haney said in this post here, he said they came to me with a list of expenses of 6 million, and I make my first dollar after the 6 million is
after the
allocated.
6,
And yeah,
yes.
and he said, and so if you look at that, the PBC's their business model is that they usually charge $80 for their pay-per-views, for all their pay-per-views. And so if you add that up, it only takes 75K pay-per-view buys to cover that 6 million. So that Romero versus Devin Haney was going to do over 7. You don't think it was going to do over 75K?
Here's the
You don't
problem
think
with
the
that.
PBC
Here's the
wanted to make
problem
a
with that
profit?
freaking. Wait.
Hey,
Here's the
Fly, they
problem
gotta
with
make a
that.
profit,
When
bro.
this
They
last
gotta
fight,
make a
when this
profit.
last fight did,
Wait. Here's the
good.
problem with your scenario, my brother. You're thinking through the scenario through honesty, that they're gonna report the
right.
honest
Integrity.
number. They don't have to
Mm-hmm.
tell you what they always gonna say. Guess what, kid? We never passed the 6 million
Right.
mark.
Right. The,
Exactly.
That's what
the
you're gonna be
Exactly.
integrity.
told.
The integrity of
That's
it.
the
Exactly.
problem in boxing. That
Yeah,
you
Hey,
are
the
not
Edwin,
PBC
look.
don't have to tell you
transparent
their
Let
money.
me
They don't got
to the
let me
PBC
get
don't
money.
got
back
to tell
on.
you their books.
That's
Let me
why
let
Hey,
me
Devin
yeah.
didn't sign that
So why
deal.
would he fight for no guarantee if he already don't trust him?
And
Hey,
everybody
Exactly.
2
else
Why
is
Rich
would he
was
giving no
fight
already
for no
guarantee.
saying that. You know what I'm
guarantee?
saying? 2 Rich
Guarantee
was saying
means
that they
that
don't never report the honesty, with honesty on the numbers or whatever. They all always
he already went
withheld
through
right.
or
that. But see, we
lower it.
forget
Now
he went through that
But
guarantee
the
with
point that
means
oh,
the point I'm making though is that people try to argue that the reason why they gave him a zero guarantee is because of that 6 million in expenses. That's what I'm saying though.
That ain't
I'm
got
right.
saying
nothing to
it's
do with
that
it,
so
that
bro.
don't
That
justify
ain't got
giving
nothing
a
to do
zero
with it.
guarantee
listen,
because it
there's
only
two
takes 75K to cover that 6 million.
okay.
That's what I'm
But
saying. They could have gave him a
okay.
1.5 million flat fee purse.
No,
You know
they
what I'm
could have gave
saying?
1.5
Guarantee
up
or
Real quick
whatnot.
front.
though.
Gave him
Listen. There's two
Foley
things. Let
said
me
he was
because I'm
getting
about
a
to get off.
guarantee up front.
I'm about to get off, right? Let me cook on this real quick. So there's two things. One, he already went through that with Oscar De La Hoya, try not to pay him, right? Then he also got to remember. We got to remember that Rolly came out initially after this post right here saying, "I don't know what Devin's getting, but I already got my my uh, my my um
Exactly. Exactly.
what's the name? What did he say? He
Guarantee.
got a guarantee. He
Right.
says so.
Um,
That's on Devin to make his side. So you're telling me that Roly gonna make more than Devin? He getting a guarantee, plus he's gonna get half of what Devin brings to the table. That's
Wow.
crazy. You're
That's
yeah, that's a
using
crazy.
fucked
Devin's
up
name. The
struggle
whole thing
deal,
is
man. That's a
Devin is
struggle
the
deal.
star. Yeah, Devin's the star of this fight right now. So you're
By
telling me that
himself,
the
Rolly
star is going to
Romero, not
split.
even a pay-per-view fight.
Right. He's
So
gonna
what the
bring
fuck?
50% of his purse to a guy who never was a star in the sport besides a name that fought Javante Davis, a guy that
Okay,
only held. You know what I mean? Like that's what it comes down to. So
okay,
that's where everybody said.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
fought
we
Ryan.
finally got to the meat and potatoes of the
Yeah, he
situation.
fought
So what the
Ryan
fuck?
too.
What the fuck is these questions
He
that Bill
fought he
couldn't
fought Ryan on
answer?
a turkey card though.
Hold
all right.
on.
Let
Yeah.
me.
What the?
All right. I gotta
Since
go, fellas.
we finally
All
here.
right,
So what?
salute.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck are these questions that Bill couldn't answer.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hey, I
What are
heard
these
that he got a
questions?
1.2. I heard that the Haney's got a 1.2 guarantee. I don't think that's
With
true,
with
but
who?
I mean,
How
With
what
you
the
with,
gonna
with
hell?
hear
what
that
fight?
when Devin Haney said
No,
he
they
got
try
no
to say that with
guarantee?
No,
Ryan. They try to say that with Ryan. He got a
Flyer, throw
1.2.
us on the screen.
Bro, Blue, you can't be saying that when the
You
fighter
said
is
throw
saying he
throw
got
what on the
nothing.
screen?
Throw
Yeah, I
us
can,
on
bro.
the
I'm just telling you
screen.
that some people were out there
Oh,
trying to say
y'all
that
on the
he had.
screen.
Yeah.
yeah, we
So
on the
hey,
screen.
you know
Hey,
how
let me say
people
that
be
right
going
quick. Let
back
me
and
say
forth.
that.
Hold on. Y'all know how people be going back and forth on panels and shit, and you heard somebody say, "Man, I heard it was a 1.2 million guarantee. That's what he got, no
But
matter
it
what."
ain't
He
facts
just
though.
didn't
Like
like that.
when
But
the fighter
listen to me.
said,
I'm just
when the
telling you
fighter
that I heard it,
said
bro.
that he
I'm
got
not saying it's
zero,
guaranteed. I'm not saying that's correct.
I'm just
Hey,
saying don't
let me
go
say,
Kill us
out
to the
there and
Tank
push it
Maniacs,
though.
buddy.
hey,
That's what I'm
let me
saying.
say it
Like
right
don't go
quick.
out there and
But
push
see, they
them
were saying that
narratives.
he got it. He just didn't like he didn't like how low the guarantee was.
He
That's why he
said he
Nah,
said
got
no.
no
but look,
guarantee though. So
yeah, he
so
said no, Gary.
who are
But
you
let me say
gonna
that.
believe?
Hey,
Yeah, no,
Rumors
I
or
hey,
know he
him?
said
hey,
no guarantee.
let me say that right quick. Let me say that on my channel, right? Yeah, y'all gotta think. Even in America, they don't report pay-per-views. All the pay-per-view numbers you get are sources say. That's all pay-per-view is. Sources say what the numbers is, right? Most of the time we go to Dan Raphael, right? Okay, I
Yep.
posted on my channel Dan Raphael saying the fight did 550,000 pay-per-views. When De La Hoya went to court, De La Hoya said it only did 300 because he didn't have to pay no more money after the 300. So there's 250,000 pay-per-views lost
So
somewhere.
what
So
about
you can
Rick
see,
Hey,
Blazer?
but
hey,
let me tell you. So what my point I'm making is, so you can see how, hey, you want me to do this pay-per-view thing? Give me something up front. Because I don't
Listen to
trust
Too
y'all to do the
Rich.
pay-per-views. I just went through this with De La Hoya. You see what I mean? So
Yep.
you got to give them something up front. So I'm just
Yes.
saying it's a bigger problem because Rolly is the PBC fighter. They're paying for a fight for Rolly. You can remove Devin. They still got to pay for a fight for Rolly and whoever he fighting. You see what I mean? So Devin is not a PBC fighter. He don't have to do them no favors. He don't have to do it. They want him to pay his own money to come to the Rolly party. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make
It
no sense,
definitely
no way,
don't.
no how.
And look, these haters out here talking about Devin Haney don't sell, and that's why they gonna give him a zero guarantee. But whoever else that Rolly fight, they gonna get him a guarantee, and they so what? They supposed to sell more than Devin? Come on, man,
Bro,
y'all be
Flyer,
hating for
that's
no
the
reason.
question.
Just because
Flyer,
just because
Flyer,
Devin
that's
and
the
Shakur
question I've
want to
been
fight your
asking
favorite
all
fighter,
week.
don't
They
mean y'all
hate
need to
Hanos, man. You
hate
know
on him
that.
forever.
Flyer, that's the question I've been asking all fucking week. So all these other
They
the Pit Bull deserve a guarantee. All these other dudes deserve guarantees, but Devin doesn't. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, what the hell is they talking about when it comes to value and Devin needs to bet on himself and all this other bullshit. So you mean to tell me Devin is a $1.2 million fighter?
they hate
Hey,
Hanos.
they
I'm
just
telling
Yo,
tried to
you.
my
tell me on
brothers.
another panel that all fighters have their own promotional company, and that's why
What?
they get their back end. And
Like
that's why they
what?
get their back end. And I said, so, well, y'all arguing against yourself, man, because y'all trying to single Devin out to act like he doing something different. But
Right.
now you telling me that every fighter got the same thing. So, like, I don't think they
Okay.
be thinking
Okay.
about what they
Lions
Okay.
saying
only.
Okay.
before they
Okay.
say
They
it,
Okay.
call
man.
it, hold up, they call it Lions only. They call it man down promotions with ain't that's what they called? We
Hey,
got
Hold on.
Lions only, we
GTD
got man
Yo,
Hold
down,
we
we
on.
got
got
somebody
we
named
got
B already with
GTD.
WAP on here. Salute,
Yo,
yo.
Like
yo,
what?
yo,
What the
salute.
fuck?
Yo, check this out before my man comes on, right? When we're talking about Devin Haney, you got to understand that and you had to have followed Devin Haney's career. Devin Haney's been in a lot of situations where he was underpaid for what the fights he went into. Both times against George Kambosos, going out to Australia, and even coming in with the Loma fight, he even saw himself as undervalued. Devin is finally starting to stand up for himself. He's in the situation. You got to understand that he got all the way up here and he's no longer looking for handouts or shortcuts. So,
Exactly. Thank you.
so, so you gotta recognize that Devin has already given his sacrifice to boxing. I followed him for a very long time, so I know this. So I understand the young man. And I leave it right there.
Well, of course he didn't get of course he didn't get nothing favorable against George Kambosos. He was going after the damn belts. Like, of course,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
know
No,
but he
that.
got the
That's
belt. He
no,
said
obvious.
he did
no.
his, he
Bro,
had his
he
He
got the
sacrifice.
got
belt,
paid. Wait,
bro.
wait, whoa,
He
whoa,
got
whoa, my
key out the
brother, my
belt.
brother.
Stop
Whoa, whoa,
It
making
whoa,
was
it
a,
seem
whoa,
it
whoa,
like
was
he
whoa.
a
fought for that belt,
two
Whoa,
point two
man.
whoa.
flat fee. He got paid.
If we were gonna compare purses, hold on, excuse me, gentlemen. If we were gonna compare purses, I recall that Devin Haney received $2.3 million for the
Yep.
George Kambosos first fight.
2.2, he said.
George Kambosos got $10 million.
10 million.
Yeah,
Yep. 10
exactly.
million. Each fight.
So
Exactly.
don't tell me that Devin Haney didn't put money over legacy. Now Devin Haney is
Now,
proven he has
Legacy over
gotten
money, you
legacy.
mean?
Now show me the money.
okay, so round
You meant
one.
to
So
say
round one.
legacy over
So
money.
round one. Let me ask you this. Now we do understand the reason why he took that deal because he got emailed the bill.
No, wrong. He got.
Don't listen to this nigga. Don't listen to this nigga. This nigga ain't got no sense.
Let's clear something up right
No,
here, brothers.
that is
Right now,
not. That is not
we're
wrong.
grown ass men. Let's clear something up.
Yep.
When Tank Davis said that statement about Devin Haney, in fact, he was not the first email champion in all of
No, I'm
boxing.
not talking about what Tank said.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you, all that did was just put a fucking stigma around Devin. When Devin fought, what was his name? That staggered him.
Linares.
Yeah,
When
Linares.
Devin fought Linares on that night, he solidified that world title.
Yeah.
That was a done deal, baby. He went into the George Kambosos fight as a real world champion, not an email champion. He had a title defense on that.
So
Drop the mic on that. Yeah, drop the mic on that. Yeah.
Hey, and also don't forget one thing too. When Devin left,
so how did he do that? So did he get? Hold on.
Keep
Did
that
he
in
fight
mind.
for it, or did he get emailed it?
Huh?
It doesn't
Did he
matter.
fight for it?
Not around here. Not around here. I ain't believing it, man. It's not moving me.
It doesn't matter because Devin.
Okay, wait. So
It
if you
doesn't
want to
matter.
bring that up, hold on.
Hold on.
If you want to bring that up,
Yeah, I do.
let's remember how he got
By Boots,
emailed
right?
that belt. Loma said a 19-year-old prospect wasn't gonna beat
dropped
him,
the belt.
so he dropped the belt. You let Devin Haney debo you at 19 for that belt. So
It
let's
wasn't
just talk
email. He
about
dropped
that.
the belt.
Let's just talk about that.
Let's talk about
Yes,
that.
sir. The birth of
So-
Debo. The
That's
birth
all I'm
of
saying.
Debo.
Birth of Debo.
The birth of Debo.
What you got on my
I'm just
report?
listen. I'm not on nobody's
What you
side.
got on my report?
I'm just telling the truth.
The birth
That's
of
all.
The birth.
Blue Hustler, you okay, man?
So-
Your birthday, man.
So if you trying to say, oh, Hacker, don't do that, man, because I always defend your ass. So cut it out, bro.
You said what?
But
You gotta do what to me?
anyway, I said don't do that because I always defend your ass, man.
You
know what
can't
I'm
jump out the body bag and
Anyway,
start fighting
so
some
let me
more,
say
bro.
this.
Come on.
So like I'm saying like this. So this is what I'm saying right now, bro.
God
That's what I'm
damn.
saying right now. No matter what, if you want to say that he forced Loma to get that belt, to I don't know why Loma didn't take that. But that's not my point. My point is he got emailed
He's
that belt.
stupid as fuck too.
So when
That's
somebody
my
dropped
point.
the belt
That
to
doesn't make
avoid
sense.
you,
That
you get
doesn't.
you the
Okay,
email
my
champion.
brother.
Yeah, like how does that even
I
matter?
see. Wait a minute, my brother. I see you with your angle, right? But I'm gonna honestly ask you as a man. Let's just say that you're a boxer and you've been working your way up the ranking system, and the guy that you've been asking to fight you avoids to fight you, and they email you the belt and
What
alert
fight did
you
he take
that
instead?
you are
What
not.
fight
Wait a
did he,
minute,
so
brother.
round
That
one.
you are
Hold on.
not
What
the
fight did he take
champion.
instead
You
of
mean to
taking that
tell
fight?
me you would deny that opportunity?
Yeah.
Well, round one. What fight
Don't
did he
forget, Boots
take
did the
instead of
same
fighting
thing.
Devin
He
Haney?
didn't take no fight. He just dropped the belt, and then
I'm asking you a question.
Man,
Stop, Fly.
Tank
No,
and
he
Stop.
Boots were
took
email champions,
no
bro. Tank
freaking. You're
and Boots
wrong.
were email
He took the
champions.
Teofimo Lopez fight.
Thank
no,
you.
the
So what I'm
Teofimo
saying to you is
Lopez
this.
fight didn't
So hold
happen
on.
till like
No,
3 or 4 months later.
Right.
Stop, bro.
He
They were
didn't
That
get
was
close
the
that fight
together.
till
training
like 3 or
camp.
4 months later.
That was the training camp, 3 or 4 months to lead up to
Thank
the
you.
Teo fight.
So thank you. So what I'm saying, that's the reason why niggas is talking about, oh, you're cooked. No, I'm not. There was a reason. I was leading him here. So therefore he took that
No,
fight because that
no,
nigga, stop, Flyer, let me talk.
no,
And then you
no.
can
Yeah, he
rebuttal say
didn't
anything you
listen.
want.
Let him
No,
talk. Let him talk. Let him
Oh
talk.
look,
my God,
yo,
bro,
look
this
at
is
yo,
annoying.
I
go
thought that
back and
somebody
look
else
at
was
hit,
gonna be
go back and
speaking,
look
man.
look
I'm
at
not doing none of
history,
that.
bro. No, you got to go back and look at history.
No, I don't.
Teofimo Lopez,
No, I don't.
Teofimo Lopez had beat Richard Comey, right?
Yeah.
Bro, like I
Was
said,
that
I
before
had this
or
man answer
after
that
Loma
question. You're
dropped the
wrong,
belt?
bro. Bro,
Was that
like I
before
said,
or
he
after
dropped
Loma
it for a
dropped the
reason.
belt?
He didn't want to fight Devin Haney. He wanted to fight T.O.
Yeah.
Was that before or
That
after
is the
Loma
reason why
dropped
he
the
did
belt?
that. He dropped
Okay,
the belt.
okay,
Stop,
okay,
bro,
okay,
stop it.
gentlemen. I'm gonna walk you through memory lane, right? This
Fuck.
is exactly
Yeah,
what
please,
happened.
let's do.
Please do. Please do.
This is exactly what happened. What happened was Lomachenko was Devin Haney was Lomachenko's mandatory. But what
Thank
Lomachenko
you.
opted out to do was he opted out to fight the hot star, which was
Thank
Teofimo
you.
Lopez. At
Thank
the
you.
time, Devin Haney was just Devin Haney. You got to
Thank
understand.
you.
And Tio had just came off that impressive knockout. So Lomachenko, in order to challenge himself, he said he was going to go after the Latin
Thank
top
you.
ranked fighter, but none of us had no idea that the corona epidemic was going to strike.
Yeah.
You got to
But but
understand
but
that
but
that
Edwin,
fight,
That ain't your
Oh.
butts, nigga. You
but
cook yourself, nigga.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on,
Hold on.
You
Edwin.
gotta
Hold on.
cook something for
wait,
Hold
yourself,
on,
Flyer.
Edwin. Hold on, Edwin. But that's not the whole story. That wasn't the whole story, though.
I
See,
never got to the whole
before.
story. You didn't let me
No, but I
finish.
mean, but
Yeah,
you
let him
sped
finish. Let
past
him
you
finish.
Man,
Let him
sped
bro.
past
finish.
a point. You sped past a
Hey,
point.
hey,
You
y'all,
were
this
supposed
man,
to go back. Be quiet, Blue. You were supposed to go back
listen to something.
before then because Lomachenko was the hot star, right? And
Yes.
Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney was in a tournament. They was in the tournament
They
and
was
they
in the
was
same
all supposed to
position.
meet up and fight each other. But Teofimo Lopez went around Devin Haney too. He avoided Devin
He
Haney
didn't
too
go
because he was in
around
that
Devin
tournament
Haney.
with him.
He didn't go around Devin Haney. What Teofimo Lopez had was
He
a
dropped
world
out of the
title.
tournament.
No,
He
excuse
dropped out
me.
of the tournament.
When he faced Loma, what Tio's value, he had the WBO World Championship.
Yeah.
Devin
Yeah, but I'm
Devin
talking
was not a
before that.
champion.
No,
He
you speak.
talking
No,
before
you.
that. He talking
That's
before
why I
that.
said
Yes.
you sped ahead of what I'm talking about. Before that, Loma was the only one who had the belts. Loma had belts, and
Yeah.
Devin and
Yes.
Tio both didn't
Yes.
have a belt. They were in a tournament to see who was going to
Yes.
fight Lomachenko, and
Yes.
and Devin beat his opponent. But Teofimo Lopez dropped out of the tournament to avoid Devin Haney, and then
I'm
at
not
that
gonna
point,
say
Devin
to
Haney
avoid him, but
he did
yeah,
it.
he dropped
He
out.
no he because he came out and admitted it later. He said
He
he
avoided
said
Devin
him and
Haney.
Bob Arum talked and they had a plan that Devin Haney was never going to be undisputed. He said he was going to get undisputed and drop the belts and leave, and Devin Haney would never be undisputed. But the roadblock he ran into was Killer Kambosos. He didn't know that Kambosos was. He didn't think
Yeah.
that Kambosos would beat him, and Kambosos beat him and spoiled his plan. And then Devin Haney got to become undisputed.
Yep.
But
And Debo.
yeah, but before that though, Tio
Straight
did
up.
avoid
Like
Devin.
I
He
said,
dropped
But
out of the
but
even the
but
tournament,
champ,
but
and so
but
even
then
the
but
champ, bro.
Devin
but there's a place.
Devin had to fight for interim title, and that's how he got to be Loma's mandatory.
Okay,
I
but
thought
there's a
somebody
He's a
moving
place
on
big,
the
just
man.
before that.
he's a big part
There's a
that's
there's a
missing.
there's a timeline that happens just before that, right? And the timeline that I'm speaking
I
of
thought this nigga
is
had to go,
when
bro.
Loma was
Ryan, mind your
given the
business. Ryan,
opportunity.
don't put your
Let him
camp
talk.
on
Let
us,
him talk.
bro.
This
I gotta go,
disrespect.
guys. Have a nice
Listen,
evening.
listen, listen, listen,
All
listen,
right,
listen.
salute boxing
Go ahead,
heck.
Edwin.
People.
Okay,
We got this dude on his menstrual cycle. Go ahead.
okay.
Don't disrespect him, man. Let him talk, man.
What I'm saying is there's a timeline here where Lomachenko actually in fact was the man and Devin and the rest of them were looking to become the man. He had
Exactly.
options. So when Loma, let's just talk this through. Let's talk this through. Okay. As a world champion, an organization comes to you, the WBC, and says to you, we're going to make you the first or second franchise champion. When you think about that as a champion and you agree to something like that, they told you the particulars. You can vacate your title, but still remain champion. No one, in fact, under the rules of franchise, can actually beat you for a franchise belt. Now, I don't know why a decorated champion, a two-time gold medalist, and Vasily Lomachenko would agree to something like that. First of all, that's a disrespect to champions.
No,
Like to have
no, Edwin, that's
Nope.
because he
I'm gonna
didn't
break it
agree
down.
to it. He didn't agree to it. He
He was
asked for it.
avoiding
And
Devin.
He
Mauricio
asked for it.
Suleiman is in a video
acts
saying, explaining
agree,
that.
two different words, same thing, it got wrapped around his waist. Can we agree to
Mhm.
that?
But all right, let me clarify two things. One, the franchise belt was never recognized as a championship when it was first delivered. And the way that happened is it went through the tournament. Once Devin was supposed to fight Lomachenko when he won
He was
that interim
supposed to.
title, when he won that interim title, right? Once he was supposed to fight him, he ducked Devin, went and got that franchise belt. He petitioned for the franchise belt after Canelo got the
He
franchise
did.
belt because the belt was supposed to allow you to move up and down in divisions and you were able to fight different champions. The franchise belt clearly states that you can challenge for the WBC championship in the division. So therefore, we already know that there's a champion above the franchise belt, right? That just was allowing you to fight without having to face your mandatory. That's exactly what that was, and allow you to go in different divisions without
So
losing that
what you
title.
just described was a cheater's belt.
Pretty much, exactly what it was.
Okay, you got a
So
fucking belt that got a cheat code that you got an infinite lives.
pretty much,
Okay,
because he weren't supposed to lose it. Now, when I broke this down to people, and people were like getting all upset, and they tried to tell me why the franchise belt, when Loma had it, and how Tio got it, and this, and that, I tried to explain to them, well, that didn't make any sense, because if you look at Canelo's history, Canelo had that belt moved from 160 to, I'm sorry, 154 to 168, then 170, right? He went up to
To
175.
duck Jamal
Then he
Charlo.
then went back down to 168, then lost the fight, right? He lost the fight and never gave his belt away. He still was the franchise champion and was able to move down and keep all his titles. So it allowed him to hold on to his titles. Now,
like I said,
when we bring it back to Vasily Lomachenko, they petitioned for for Teofimo to get that belt in that fight. So we're going to leave that there. Now let's get back to this Devin Haney thing, right? When Tio was he wasn't the W. I just wanted to correct it. He wasn't the WBO champion at the time. He actually beat Comey for the IBF championship. Loma was the
Hmm.
WBO. He was unified all three belts.
yeah,
So he had the WBO, WBA, and the WBC until he dropped the
you're right.
WBC. So that right there says that he would take on the IBF and drop they're probably going to Top Rank try to use that unification, that disputed shit
Hold on.
already. So they're probably going to try to give him the undisputed title for TV on ESPN, knowing that it wasn't real. But at the same time, man, that dude ducked Devin, bro. And a lot of fighters like Rolly ducked Devin. So I don't want to hear it. PBC ducked Devin. Shakur ducked Devin. All these cats ducked Devin. You know what I
Dang,
mean?
Hello.
Shakur too, dog? Why you
You
say
heard what he
Shakur?
just Shakur just said
100%.
something that he just said it right now. He literally just said it.
He always
He
talking
talking
about
about
that
how he
weight shit. He
he
always
wanted to talk
talking
about he
that
would
weight
fight him and
shit.
then talking about 144. And
And
Devin
when
already clearly
You
told him the
can't duck a
stipulations, right?
fighter that's in a different weight class, bro.
Well, hey
but
man,
he had
listen,
all the
You
they
You
belts
were
can't.
gotta
in it.
draw the lines
Hold on,
he
time
somewhere,
had
out.
all
bro.
the belts and
Okay,
acting
that's
like he
fine. Yeah,
hold on. I
exactly.
got
You right.
he
Go
had
for it.
all the belts. He had all the
At
belts.
135,
And you
they were in the
expecting
same weight class.
niggas to come to the same fucking table talking about you
Okay,
need more than
Oh, you talk. Oh, you
25% or
talking about?
Hey,
Oh,
yo,
you
50%.
talking
Ray.
about
Hey,
at
yo, Ray.
Come
Yo,
135?
my
on,
man,
man.
Ray. Yo, my man, Ray. I gotta say something. You said all of that about the franchise belt, and I want all of us here to, can we come to an agreement to something? That after the fight with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, with that franchise belt, did it or did it not make him undisputed? Yes or no?
No, it did not.
No,
Only
no.
Okay, then
Because
that belt ain't
yeah,
shit.
I'm
Then
going to
Yeah,
tell
that
you
belt
why.
ain't shit.
I'm going to tell you why. I want you to really go back and watch the videos, right? Go watch the boxing match when Tio won. They said it was undisputed. Go watch the fight right after with Kambosos. They call it a unified championship,
I
right?
know all that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, so they tell you unified in a real fight outside of ESPN. They said it was a unified title belt. So why is an undisputed champion fighting for a unified title belt and not being announced or pronounced as the undisputed champion? Because he was not and never the undisputed champion. It was all games. It was all
Ray,
TV talk.
Ray. Come on, man. We got to agree to one thing. We all have to understand that boxing is a business disguised as a sport.
Exactly.
I agree.
Okay,
Tio
so
asked why he wasn't undisputed, though. Tio said, "Why wasn't I undisputed?" Remember when he was facing off against
Tio was
against
undisputed. People just don't want to
No, it
accept
wasn't.
it.
No, he
No, he
wasn't.
No, he
wasn't.
wasn't because he
No,
didn't have
yes,
a
he
Tio
was.
himself
he didn't
said he
participate
wasn't
No, he
in none
wasn't.
of
undisputed.
those
So
Even
how
fights.
you
Shakur
gonna
He
say he
said
wasn't.
it.
was?
He would have had to
He
fight
was
Devin
never
Shakur
to
was
be
trying to hype
undisputed.
up
He
his
wasn't
opponent because he was
undisputed.
getting ready to
Yeah.
fight him.
He was not undisputed.
Nah, he wasn't undisputed in
How
the
was he not
sense.
undisputed?
Okay,
Explain it.
here, I'll explain it.
Because he
Right
didn't
now.
have the real
Wait,
belt. Devin had the real
Let me
belt.
explain it. The gentleman's here also for education, right? Check this out. The reason why he wasn't undisputed and it was visible because on the day that Devin Haney fought George Kambosos, what did Devin Haney bring to the table? The WBC world title. So if that's true, then Devin Haney's WBC world title was never in effect on the day that Loma and Tio fought because Devin Haney was viewed as the WBC world champion because Loma vacated. So on the day that they united, what was that for? For Devin Haney and George Kambosos, undisputed. How can that be undisputed if Tio is undisputed? That means that George Kambosos would have had to go into the fight with Devin Haney, undisputed champion of the world.
Right.
Yeah, but Tio said he had to pay the money though. So if he had to pay that
I don't
money,
care what they sucker Tio into.
They make you pay. You still
that's
gotta
not
pay
For that
sanctioning fees for all the
franchise.
belts.
And
For
that,
all the
my
belts, you
man,
gotta pay sanctioning.
my man, is the fuckery in boxing. That, my man,
it,
right there.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again for you so you understand, right? When Top Rank announced him undisputed champion, it was only and solely Top Rank, which is the network that Teofimo and Lomachenko fought on. When they fought on the zone, because Eddie Hearn won that that first bid for Tio and Kambosos. When they fought on the zone, he was not announced, or neither was the winner, and Kambosos announced the undisputed champion. They were announced the unified champion, both entering and winning in the ring. That's exactly what it was known
well, let
as,
me
and that's
ask.
exactly what it
I mean,
was.
let me ask you this. Let me
Yes
ask
and
you
no,
this.
Ray.
Let me ask you this though. Okay, if you was Teofimo, would you not have felt like you were undisputed based off what he went through?
Yes, sir. Yes,
No,
sir.
because
Okay, exactly.
he never fought the WBC champion.
But reality is a motherfucker.
You would have had to
Now,
fight
Ray,
Devin.
wait a minute,
They
Ray.
was trying to go around Devin Haney, but
Because
Loma
Tio
dropped the
wasn't
belt.
cutting no corners. He didn't cut no corners.
I know,
This is how he
but
Yes,
felt.
he did.
yeah,
He
because
jumped out of the
boxing's not
tournament with
honest
Devin
to
No,
you.
Haney.
exactly.
He
He
left the
jumped out that
tournament
tournament.
that he was
Boxing's
in
not
with Devin
honest to
Haney.
you. That's all.
And
That's all.
you
Hey,
have to
yo, Ray.
realize, yes. Let
Hey,
me
yo,
answer this
Ray.
question real quick. If I was I went over the guidelines on the channel because I was arguing this with HLD. Shout out to HLD, by the way. The thing itself, you can't. So here's the thing about undisputed, right? With the franchise belt. If you had the franchise belt in the guidelines, why does it say you can fight the champion, the WBC champion, for the title? Why would he even say that in the guidelines? That alone tells you you're not the champion of the division. That's just a title. It says it's a title. It's just it's
Mauricio
an honorary.
Suleiman said it though.
So that's, and you can look it up. What was it, Section 8 or something like that? Section 8, Title 2. I'm telling you exactly what it says.
Well, Ray. In order
But
to
hold on. But here, so when he said about Tio, right? Tio knew he wasn't a champion for this reason, right? If he was a champion, when Devin was a champion, he said he didn't want to unify for Undisputed in an interview with ESPN because Devin brings nothing to the table. He literally said that when Devin was trying to make the fight with him for Undisputed. He says he'll rather go fight his mandatory.
But that was shit talk.
On the
That
record.
was shit talk.
But what? But listen, He said, "I don't want to fight Devin for Undisputed." Was his
Look,
words.
here we go right here, fellas.
How did you choose Lomachenko? Because
I did not choose him. He.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you
I gotta
playing
get
that
something
again,
out of there.
Flyer? God,
Yeah, I gotta
yo.
get something out of there.
Yo, hold on. Ray.
Canelo requested. So we sent out of.
How did you choose Lomachenko? Because
I did not choose him. He requested. Canelo requested. So we sent out a vote and we analyzed his history.
Ooh, Canelo and Lomachenko requested?
Absolutely.
Ooh, you just made headlines.
Lomachenko.
You just made headlines.
Lomachenko, top rank, requested. And let me tell you, we analyzed the request. Two-time Olympic champions. Two-time Olympic, 2 cycles Olympic champion. Champion in 3 different weight categories. And nobody can doubt he's in the top of the top of the top.
He's top 10, Lomachenko.
Well, they say, like the Ring magazine has 1 and 2, Canelo and Lomachenko. So, I mean,
it's always up for discretion. And we're not going to say and discredit how talented they are. I just saw it odd that he hasn't defended the belt and he fought for a vacant belt, and now he's the franchise champ. When I saw you at Mexico, I said, that sounds pretty odd. It seemed like giving the last born child everything in the will.
Well, that gives more credibility.
Explain.
Because it means we acknowledge the value of that specific fighter. Even he was not a WBC champion in his growing as a maturity. He won the championship. His the credentials that he has are unquestionable.
How did you do?
And that's key
Oh,
too.
my bad,
That's
my
key
bad,
too.
my
You said
What
merit.
did
I
you
was
say?
like,
Real
well,
quick. Hold on,
maybe.
pause.
Married,
Yeah, married.
two-time Olympic champion, champion in 3 different weight categories, and regarded as one of the best for several years. That's America.
I appreciate it. I know you head to the hospital.
Listen, real quick.
All right, hold on.
Hold on, he said something key. I'm about to go back. I'm listening to you.
Can you
Hold
define
on. Frequent.
Franchise is not a belt.
Come on, man.
It's not a championship. It's a designation given to elite, unique fighters who carry the industry of the sport.
He said
Y'all
something
hear
key
that?
there.
Got
Hold
you.
on, he
Okay.
said something key. So he said something key, right?
He said
He
it's not
said
a. He
something.
said it's not a top.
Said something. He said something key there, right? You heard the question. You allowed Canelo to go up to win the vacant WBC championship. He was already the franchise champion. So how would he become a WBC champion if he had the franchise belt? That was because he was carrying both titles. That's what I'm telling you. There's a
But
lot of
did you
games
hear
in
what he
that, bro.
said last
But
though,
so
Red?
what? Why does that matter?
What, him
What he
carrying
say
both
last?
titles?
He
Let's
said.
talk to the matter.
It
Define the
means Tiafimo was
Look,
never
listen what he
undisputed.
Talk to the
said.
matter. Define the franchise belt. Can you define it?
The franchise is not a belt. It's not a championship.
not a belt.
It's
It's
a
not a
designation
championship.
given
Okay.
to elite, unique fighters who carry the industry of the sport.
You hear that?
Gotcha.
He
Gotcha.
said
Yeah, I heard
it's not a belt. It's not a
I'm glad
title.
you
Not a
played that part.
championship.
I'm glad you played that part. But listen, okay, this all goes back to boxing being a business disguised as a sport. As you can see, leading into the the Devin Haney and George Kambosos fight, right? Remember this, guys. Before Devin Haney got to Australia, George Kambosos had all 4 of them belts until the arrival of the American that green belt for George Kambosos disappeared. Then all of a sudden, Devin Haney walked in, and Devin Haney put the green belt on, and now it became a unification. When they sold you the fight for George Kambosos and Devin Haney, it was a unification for all 4 belts. And that means that if Devin Haney came into the fight with just 1 belt, just 1, I don't care which one you give him, that acknowledges that George didn't have all 4. And the only way that George had gotten all 4 was by beating Teofimo Lopez. So in your attempt to beat Teofimo Lopez, you didn't come out with all 4, then that means that Teo never had all 4. That answers your question.
Yeah, he wasn't undisputed. We know that.
You know, so it's like to.
But do you think T.O. knew that? Do you think he knew that though?
No, listen, my brother.
Yeah, he knew that.
Unfortunately,
He knew
boxing
that.
is not honest. Like in this sense, right? Boxing announces even their interim champions as champions. Key word. They tell you that you are a champion as an interim or a regular belt holder.
Mm-hmm.
And make
But
them
what
pay
they
sanctioning fees too.
and
So
they
is
make
T.O.
you
wrong
pay
for going off what he was
sanctioning fees.
told?
And in fact, if you didn't know this, you pay the same sanctioning fees for an interim as a major world championship. The same exact.
That's why you
So
have priority to get fights with the champion.
but the definition of an interim is this. You have a piece of a world title. You don't have full status of a world championship.
Well, let
So
me ask you. Let me ask you this: when Shakur says, "Hey, I be the undisputed champion," do you think he knows, and he
He
just
knows.
wants
Yeah, hell
extra
yeah, he
credit?
knows. Hell yeah, he know.
yeah, okay.
He's just trying to make up his status because he beat him.
Okay, for instance, right? Champions making their rise in the sense throughout weight divisions know this, and I've seen this in boxing before. Naoya Inoue, that Japanese fighter, he fought for a real world title, and on that day they tried to put an interim belt on his shoulder. He did like the swerve, he slid, and he said, "Is that a real world title?" They said, "No, interim." He said, "I will not accept it." Same thing Floyd Mayweather did when he fought Zab Judah. He beat Shane Mosley too, in fact, for interim world titles on regular belts, and Floyd Mayweather never accepted them. Why? Because they don't want those things on their records. They're the type of fighters that only fight for major world titles or nothing.
And they don't want to pay the sanctioning fee for no
And they
belt
don't
that's
want to
not
pay
the
a
real
sanctioning fee
championship.
to a fucking interim.
Yeah.
But not to knock down interims, because I would be honored to win an interim world title, in fact, right? Because it speaks to when you win, you get your fighter to win an interim, you're on that level. It shows you, okay, we at least got here. Let's get to the next step. But it's fucked up when a fighter loses their mind and they start to gather interim belts, make title defenses on interim belts. What are you doing? Like, you should be going after your
Virgil
world
Ortiz.
title.
Virgil Ortiz is Mr. Interim.
Talk about it, brother. I didn't want to mention any names.
If it was up to him, though, Virgil would be after the world titles. Is it truly
No,
his
once
fault,
you get the interim belt, you can petition to fight the champion. He
So
never
why
do
didn't
that.
Virgil?
But you could, but that's the same thing that Floyd Schofield is saying, petitioning to fight for a belt. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. You just don't
Fly,
get
what's
what
your
you
ego?
want.
He don't have an interim. He don't
My
have
brother.
an interim title. He just ranked number one.
Okay, check this out.
Hey,
Check
Fly,
this
what's
out.
your
So that
ego?
doesn't
Any
matter?
other, my brother down there, under any other circumstances, had it been any other boxer, you would have an argument. But the fact that Virgil Ortiz was the interim champion to the highest star in Terrence Crawford for over 2 years, that fight, all you had to do is say, "I want it," they would have gave it to you.
Yep.
Oh, so you feel like Virgil didn't want it?
No,
He definitely
never.
didn't
want
Not
it.
a day, never worry. He wanted that smoke with Terrence. For over
He ain't
2
want to smoke
years,
with Boots
he
either.
was his mandatory. For over 2 years, he was a man. And then, here's more evidence. Terrence Crawford moved up. Virgil moved up. Guess who was right behind him once again? Virgil. Do you think Virgil stepped up and said, "Hey, Terrence, I want to beat you"? No, under a mic, he'll say anything. But behind the scenes,
but what if Virgil really wanted it, and maybe the promoters and the other people that was signing the contracts or doing this or doing that, they
brother, listen. Okay.
Oh my
I'll
God.
give.
Your promoters gotta
to put a
believe
nail in this.
they gotta believe me.
Look, he was his mandatory before he fought Maurice Hooker. They stated they needed more time and that he wasn't interested in going that route. His manager said that. Virgil's manager said that. They was not trying to do nothing to do with Bud. He was his mandatory before Virgil fought Maurice Hooker.
That's a long time ago. Hey, let me tell you something right now. Just to answer your point, my brother down there, right? If there's any point in Virgil Ortiz's career, whether in his prime, early, whatever, I'm just publicly coming out and saying this. There is no point in time he could beat Bud Crawford.
Hey, look, back when they was talking about
no
Boots
point
had
in time.
When they were saying
I don't
Boots
think he
had the
could beat
chance.
him either, but that doesn't mean he might not wanted to fight.
Look back when they said Boots had the chance. Back when they said Boots had the chance to fight Bud, you know, Boots left the WBO rankings and went the IBF route because guess who was ranked higher than him? Virgil Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz
was there.
Let me ask y'all this.
He never pressed the fight button.
Let me ask y'all this because I'm finna get up off here. I appreciate y'all letting me on.
Yeah, I'm about to get
have another show. I wanna come back on here, but I want to ask you. I mean, as these boxers that get punched in the face daily, like, do you really feel like he was scared to not get in there? Honestly.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
He made a business.
When Boots in them pressed him,
he wasn't ready to get with his Crawford.
You sound robot-y. Say that again, yo.
Well, I'm just gonna say this before I log off. Hey, yo, freaking Flyer, thank you for having me on. I'm about to log off right now, gentlemen. It's always been a pleasure.
Yeah, I only had one more minute. I was gonna go to 2:05.
What I'm saying to you guys before I get off is this. Guys, there's levels to this. There is truly levels, and not everybody is on the same level. Case in point, when Virgil was coming up, he obviously thought in his camp that he wasn't on the level of Terrence Crawford. Now, in the Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis situation, the only thing I view in that is Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis. It wasn't a thing about being on levels. It was a being on levels in status.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick.
Virgil and Boots though?
Hold on.
Remember when
Terrence,
they first collect?
Wait, just let me answer that. Let me answer that. But hold on. Terrence never owed Jaron Boots Ennis anything. Terrence Crawford was in a different atmosphere, and all you had was this young hot gun pulling on Superman's cape, asking for a free ride to the top. That's it. From what Terrence Crawford
I mean, it's not a free ride. Do you think that Jaron?
But they always complain about the same. They always complain about other fighters doing them like that, and then they turn around and do this, do the next fighter like that. Because Bud was saying he was singing the same song, saying that
now check this out. Now check this out. Here's my evidence on what I say. Here's my evidence, right? When I say that Terrence Crawford didn't owe Jaron Boots Ennis anything, by not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis, didn't that get him the Saul Canelo Alvarez fight?
Exactly.
Okay,
no, it didn't.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. 2 fights later.
He fought Madrimov. He could have fought
2 fights later.
He could have fought
2 fights, like I said.
Hold up. Watch this. Hold on. This is how you get him. That was a part of the Riyadh deal. Come on now.
That's what it is. Listen. The Jaron Boots Ennis fight, in fact, wasn't favorable. The only thing the Jaron Boots Ennis fight was amongst us. That we knew that Jaron Boots Ennis had the skill, but he didn't have the star status. At that time, wait a minute, hold up, brother. You got to understand that at the time that Jaron Boots Ennis was challenging the champion, he was never a world champion. The only way he became champion is when you stripped Terrence Crawford and emailed him his belt. So just remember that.
But
let me ask you this. Hold
on, y'all. I gotta bring to his attention though. At the moment in time when the stars aligned, when Errol Spence told Bud Crawford to go ahead. I can't do. I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead. You out of the rematch. At that point in time, at that moment, the IBF had stripped Bud already, and Boots had the title. And so Bud was faced with a decision to make. He could fight Madrimov at 154, or he could stay at 147 and fight Boots and
Yeah, but
become
that wasn't
hold
nigga.
on. I
Fuck
ain't finished.
Boots,
I didn't finish.
nigga.
And become undisputed again. So
Fuck
he would be
Boots.
4 times undisputed right now if he had
Wrong,
fought
wrong,
Boots that
wrong,
one fight.
wrong.
He would have been undisputed in one fight.
Wrong. That's
One
wrong.
fight.
That's
It's not
wrong.
wrong.
That's wrong. Wait, guys,
Canelo
gentlemen.
just did it with William Skull, so you
Gentlemen,
can't
and
tell me
that
it's
is wrong. And that is wrong.
wrong.
Gentlemen, please let me interject right here. Okay, here's where the problem and the breakdown in boxing we fall as fans. We think that when a guy gets stripped, that when he goes back and get that belt back, like Saul Canelo Alvarez did with William Skull, that in fact that is actually a good thing. When in fact it is not.
He's
When you
Exactly.
wait, excuse me,
Exactly. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me
Explain it.
finish, please.
Let him
Please,
explain
please,
it.
please. Listen, in fact, it is not a good thing, and this is why.
Facts.
Right. When you get stripped of your world title, what it entails is that you didn't meet the requirements of a world champion. You were stripped. Whatever obligations you had with a prior fighter, the IBF, for example, doesn't care about that, and they stripped you of your belt. That's the worst thing on your report card as a champion, that you got stripped. So when in fact Saul Canelo Alvarez went back and got that belt against William Skull, you do not get credit for doing something you already did once. It's the same thing as being a multiple division world champion. Right.
Facts.
You don't need
I'll
all
say that
4
too.
belts to have a division. You only need one. Right? And then you
but
go
that's
to the
not the
next
truth,
division
Edwin.
and you get one. Listen, wait a minute. So what I'm saying is Saul Canelo Alvarez is not recognized as a 2-time
Yes, he
106.
is. Look
No,
at the
he's
record.
not.
Look at the
No,
record.
he's no. Wait. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Let me separate the difference. This is where you're going wrong. He is getting recognition. He is getting honored for retrieving the belt. But you cannot get status as an undisputed champion in a division where you were already undisputed. That can only be given once.
So you telling me Canelo isn't a 2 times undisputed
No,
champion?
he is not. He is not. He is given recognition for completing the task again, which he already accomplished.
Listen, Edwin, listen, Edwin, you're wrong, because I had this conversation. Listen, I had this argument with Ray Davis on this very panel. And when
That's
we
okay.
went through, hold on, listen. And when we went through all the records, and he was recognized as 2 times undisputed.
Okay, you don't seem to understand.
And when they look back in history at Canelo, he's always going to be remembered as 2 times undisputed.
Okay, my brother. Wait, guys. Okay, check it out. My brother, you do not understand the difference between being recognized and being the facts. He is what you're describing is the truth, my brother. You are saying that he is being recognized as 2 times. He did it twice.
Yeah, he reclaimed it.
But when you break it down, you can only actually do that feat 1 time. For an example, Manny Pacquiao has 3 belts at 147. Do you think we say he's the 3-time 147 champion or just the 147-pound champion?
Listen, Edwin, when me and Ray Davis looked it up, because we was going, hold on, listen. When me and Ray Davis was debating this and we looked it up right on this very panel, you know what it said? He was 2 times undisputed in the same weight class.
That's called recognition.
You can become undisputed twice in the same weight class.
That's called recognition.
It's just not undisputed in a different weight class. That's all.
Okay.
Freaking
flyer. Listen, I want to try to break this down as easy as I can. Check this out. There has been champions in history that have won a belt in 140. They lost their belt, came back and won a champion at 140. They're only recognized as one division. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's one
how
division,
many
but it's still
times.
2 times. I'm not talking about the divisions.
Okay, so what I'm telling you, and I've been trying to explain to you, is the recognition part. They are honoring him. They are giving him recognition for 2 times. But in actuality, is when it counts on the books, you only technically had to do it once.
Yo, you can do it twice though. It says it
Okay,
in the
but
record.
you're only gonna get credit for you can do it 10 times.
You're saying they recognize it, but you saying they don't give him credit. Which one is it? It's the same thing. You're playing with words. It's semantics.
He's not looked at as a 2-time undisputed
He
champion.
is. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up, and you'll see that he's 2 times undisputed.
Well, let me ask y'all this.
Ask somebody.
I'm about to get up off here. Let me ask.
Is he 2 times undisputed? And they'll
Let
tell
me
you.
ask. Let me.
Okay, yo, wait, guys, wait, guys. Let me just say this real quick. Hey, yo, Flyer, check this out. Does it really matter if you win 1 gold medal or you're Vasily and you win 2 gold medals?
Yes, it matters.
It matters. It matters.
Okay, now check this out. Now check this out. Now check this out. Now check this out, brothers. Okay, check this out. Okay. You won 2 gold medals and you spent 8 years and 1 year in between of almost 9 years that you could have dedicated to boxing.
Let me ask you
that's what makes it matter.
Lomachenko retired out of boxing under 20 fights. 18 fights. In fact, on average, when you have an 18-fight record in America, you're a prospect.
So you're telling me if Jamel Charlo beat every champion at 154 again, you're telling me he's not going to be undisputed because he's in the same weight class? Y'all not making sense. You can be 2 times undisputed in the same weight class.
That's the same reason why Floyd Mayweather. That is the same reason why Floyd Mayweather told Manny Pacquiao right now, why make this a professional fight if it's really not going to count, even if you put a belt on it? Because we already have belts in this division. You understand?
It's better if you go to a different division and do it, but if you don't move up to a different division, you still can become undisputed again. You can lose and then get it again.
Okay, so you're saying to me right now that Mike Tyson became unified world champion in heavyweight division twice.
Yeah, you can be unified twice too in a division.
Fuck no.
You don't have to move out of the division to get the belts again, bro. What are y'all talking about?
Bro, if you already did it one time,
you can't be recognized again to win no titles or nothing again. You can lose a title and you can be a 2 times. You can be a 2-time title holder of the same belt in the same division. If you lose it, you lose to somebody, and then you beat them again. You're still recognized for it.
You're still recognized. The same thing I've been saying for the last 20 minutes.
So how you don't
recognition.
Get credit for it then?
They will give you
Recognize
credit.
Mean you get credit.
Yes, they will give you recognition. They will give you credit for it. But the fact that you did it once already established you. That would be the same thing as Manny Pacquiao being 8th division world champion, going out and fighting for a belt in the same division that he won a belt in. What are we going to call him, 9th division?
No, you talking about divisions. That's where you getting confused. You're getting the division part confused. You don't have to move to another division to win the belt again.
The part you're getting confused is the recognition that I already acknowledged. I already told you that I acknowledge the fact that they do give you credit for it, but it's obviously something you already did. You don't actually become a 2-division undisputed world champion in the same weight division. When Saul went back and fought William Skull, that was a quiet win for boxing because
is
you're
Usyk
not
2 times undisputed.
No. Well, because he went
Usyk
from
did it too.
He did it from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Yes.
He did it twice in heavyweight too.
No, you only can do it once. If you do it 1,000 times, you're only getting credit for one time.
Wait. Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Did he do it twice at heavyweight? Didn't they strip him and then he got it back again?
Yeah. But check this out.
Hold on. In a heavyweight, in heavyweights, you can become undisputed multiple times, and they will recognize it.
Yo, but check this out. But here's the problem. Wait. But here's the problem with that. When Usyk actually went back and got his heavyweight title back, the problem with that was this. That when they stripped him or they asked him to vacate, in fact, they gave him the right to take the sword and stick it to his own stomach, right? Because he told the IBF, I can't get out of a fight with Tyson Fury because I signed a contract. And the IBF had to remind the fighter at that point, you're at your job. You don't tell us what to do. We have a schedule. And we have an IBF champion mandatory for you. Are you going to fight him, yes or no? So, and then Usyk was stuck with the option what to do. So he vacated the belt. Now, under the terms of boxing, vacating a belt means that you avoid it, you're mandatory, which means that, in fact, you didn't meet the requirements of a champion. So no matter how you want to dress it up, how he went back and got it, that's why I always say that's a quiet win. Because in fact, they took your belt away from you because you didn't honor the mandatory.
But just say you
that's
don't
what
like
happened.
It. Just say you don't like it when fighters do that. But
no, it's reality, not that I like it. That's the rules.
Again, though.
Those are the rules. It's not what I like. I don't have the power to change things.
Where you can't be undisputed twice in the same weight class. Somebody show me that. Yo, shout out Big Dog. Hold on, let me get the super chat real quick. Let me get the super chat real quick. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the $5 super chat. He said multiple undisputed champion only get recognized at heavyweight. At the lower weight class, the prestige isn't favorable. I mean, you could say the prestige isn't favorable, but it still goes on the record book. Like, I don't know.
Okay. I never said you wouldn't get recognition. And I just want to make sure that the last 20 minutes I've been saying they will recognize that you did a feat like that. You went back and got the belt and reclaimed your status as undisputed. Yes. But what I'm actually saying is that you can't see that as a real positive. That in fact, that's a black eye on your record. If they ever had to strip or vacate a champion, that's not good on your side. The fact that you went back and got it, that's good. Though. That's good. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Let's look at why they
stripped. Okay, what you're doing?
He was locked in the in the rematch clause. How is that a black eye on him? He was locked in the rematch clause.
Okay, here's where the black eye lies.
Sued if he didn't do it.
Okay, here's where the black eye lies. Where that the boxer went and signed a contract without notifying the IBS and checking in with them. They had to come back and dog check you as a fighter.
No, he didn't have to sign again. That was the rematch clause.
Okay,
bro.
Check this out. Yeah, but here's the problem. You're not separating that a rematch clause is actually a business in between a fighter separate from the organizations. That's just you and your personal business agreeing to fight that guy. That has nothing to do with the belts. See, that's your problem. So when the belts step in and tell them, listen, we don't care about your fucking tracing claw or rematch claw or whatever claw. We don't care. We're an organization. We're an organization, and we're telling you personally, whether or not, if you don't fight our mandatory, we're going to take our belt back. So, and then when Usyk saw the less of the two evils, meaning if I deny the fight with Tyson Fury, I'll get sued for $25 million versus vacating a belt. So he chose the lesser two and he went back and got the belt. Now, where we're at in our conversation is, I'm not denying the fact that you will be honored and recognized as retrieving the belt. What I'm saying to you is, you would only get credit for doing it one time. I don't care how many times you do it. You could do it 3 times. We could say you became 3 times undisputed in that same weight division, but in reality, it's the same thing as saying, does Mayweather have 26 belts or 5 belts? He has 5 belts. It doesn't matter how many belts he got through the division. You're only a 5-division world champion. You only have 5 belts.
So if you get stripped and somebody else fight for your belt and they get the belt and they're the champion now, and then you beat that champion to reclaim your belt, you're undisputed though.
Okay, yes, but what you're not recognizing is that I'm telling you, I will give you credit for that. I'm acknowledging that you did such a feat. But what you're not acknowledging is that you can only get credit for doing it once. It doesn't matter if you do it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It does not matter. You're only
Last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, bitch.
So okay, check this out. Check this out. In theory, just to like shut this down, right? In theory, what you're saying is that you could be undisputed twice, right? So why ain't you giving credit in the boxing world as being 2-time undisputed world champion like Terrence Crawford or 3-time like Terrence Crawford? You see, you're only going to be giving credit for one division. You see, you might have did it 2 times.
I know, but undisputed is not about different divisions, bro.
And once again, I will always give you credit for doing that. Always. The credit was never taken away.
What I'm saying is, if you look up Canelo right now, if you look up in the records, undisputed champions, it's going to tell you that he reclaimed undisputed. He was undisputed twice. He was undisputed twice at 168.
Right, I know exactly what social media and all these networks put out. That's exactly what we fight against. That's why we have these channels.
They say Canelo is undisputed twice. I mean, it say Canelo is undisputed in 2 different weight classes, and he was undisputed twice in the same at 168.
That's recognizing him for his achievements.
So in all, he was undisputed 3 times. In reality,
no,
he was undisputed at
No.
2 times. I mean, he was undisputed at 168 only, right?
Email, yo.
Right. Now here's
but 2 times though.
Yeah, but here's the problem with your theory and reality, right? Where Terrence Crawford is giving that achievement for actually doing it. You're giving him that achievement for doing it multiple times in one weight division. Where Terrence Crawford, so why is Terrence Crawford viewed as the only fighter in history at the time to become undisputed in 2 separate weight divisions?
3 different weight divisions.
Wait, we haven't got there. We haven't got there yet. I'm just saying 2.
No, it's other fighters who was undisputed in 2 weight classes. 3.
Never in the history of boxing, there has never been an undisputed 2-time champion in no weight division. Terrence Crawford was the first to ever do that in history.
In 2 different weight classes?
Yes, sir. He was the first.
Yes, he wasn't.
Yes,
Clarissa
he was.
Shields did it before him.
Clarissa
Shields not a fighter, bro.
Y'all
Clarissa Shields was undisputed twice
Crawford,
before
bro.
Bud was.
Okay, brother. We're talking male boxing.
Crazy, bro.
We're talking male boxing, and as a male boxer, Terrence Crawford is the first male in boxing history to be undisputed in 2 separate weight divisions. Now, if that's so,
you sure about that, bro?
Okay, I'm positive. I'm more than positive. Here's how you can understand facts in boxing,
40,
right?
47, 68.
The same scenario.
No, I think you're getting it mixed up. It's the 2 in the 4 belt era. He's the only one who did that, but not in all of forever, bro. It's been it's been multiple people who've
Okay,
been
stop.
undisputed
Okay,
in more than one weight
okay.
class.
I'll explain it then. If you want me to go
Monster
there,
Inoue is undisputed in two.
I will explain it if you want me to go there. In a 2-belt era, there has been a time that was happening. In a 3-belt era, it never occurred. In a 4-belt era, Terrence Crawford is the first. Now, check this out. Hold up. Naoya Inoue was able to duplicate him and Usyk at 2. Terrence Crawford separated himself and became a 3. Now, here's the way you can understand history. See, boxing will lie to you to a certain extent. But when you ever want to know the truth, just like Teofimo Lopez, if on the list in a 4-belt era when Teo got his belt, in a list in history, if you were to Google right now, who are the men and women that have had all 4 belts in a 4-belt era? There are 12 men listed and Teo's name is not on the list. If you were to look up right now what the history of the Hall of Fame considers the only man to have three divisions, it would be Terrence Crawford. If you were to look up in history, wait a minute.
Hold your horses.
Getting there.
Hold on. Henry Armstrong was undisputed in 3 different weight classes, bro. At the same time, he was defending them all at the same time.
Okay.
Bud was not the first, man.
Okay. Obviously, you got things confused. 1 belt and 4-belt champion are 2 different things. That's why we say you are a 1-belt champion and a unified world champion. When Terrence Crawford fought Saul Canelo Alvarez, he didn't just fight a regular champion. He fought an undisputed champion.
No, I think you're confused. Undisputed means there's no other champion. There's nobody else who can say I'm the champion.
Okay.
Henry Armstrong did it in 3 different weight classes and campaigned in all 3 at the same time and kept all the belts. Nobody could beat him.
But okay, hold on. Are you talking about a 1-belt era?
Mm-hmm.
Henry Armstrong, yeah.
Are you talking about a 1-belt era? Okay, so the difficulty level of having 1 belt rather than going out and fighting 3 or 4 champions individually to get all 4 plus the Ring Magazine belt. Because that's what kind of champion Saul was when Terrence fought him.
But we're talking about him doing it in 3 different weight classes at the same time. It wasn't no filler weight classes in the middle. It wasn't no filler weight classes in the middle like we got now. All these limited weight classes.
Okay, Flyer, I gotta go right now. Flyer, I just want you to understand one thing, Flyer. I just want you to understand one thing. It's the same concept when I have arguments with gentlemen about heavyweight champions and everybody else in the division. I have to bring this up because it's something that a lot of people, it goes over their head. They say, oh, the heavyweight champion, Usyk, did this and unified that, and Terrence Crawford did this and that. You can never, ever compare the heavyweight champion with anyone in any weight division. Why is that? They play by a different set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
They don't cut weight. They don't put their body through that. So if we don't play by the same rules, you can't compare me in the same thing. It is the same thing that you're talking about.
Listen, Edwin, when Bud became undisputed at 147, he beat 1 guy.
Hold on.
He beat 1 guy.
Okay,
wait a
minute.
When he became undisputed at 168, he beat 1 guy.
Bro.
So you can't say that his feat was greater than what Henry Armstrong did. He did it in 3 different weight classes at the same time.
Okay. The reason why I brought up all that. The reason why I brought up. Wait. The reason why I brought up the analogy. The reason why I brought up the analogy of the heavyweight division and that you couldn't compare us, it was because of this. You can't compare that guy with 1 belt in a time where they were fighting 15-minute rounds, 20-minute rounds, or 20 rounds to and what we're at now. You can't compare that into what kind of athletes we are now and to the athlete he was then or the competition. That would be unfair. What you're doing is you're taking a measuring stick of an era with 1 belt and you're comparing it to 4 belts. Why don't you stay where we're at right now? And I'm
Thank you.
telling you right now, there is no way on God's green earth anybody in no fucking Hall of Fame, other than the fact that giving Saul Canelo Alvarez credit and recognition for doing it twice, but brother, you will only be honored for doing it one time.
So here's
My
the
name
weird
is
thing,
Round One
Edwin.
Sports Talk. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'm out.
All right.
Flyer,
Hey,
So
round
only
one,
the
man.
Peace,
four
Shout out
belt
brothers.
round one,
era
man.
matter to
Hey,
y'all,
pull up
and
on
not
us,
the
man.
three
Pull up
belt
on us.
era, not the two
All right.
belt
Flyer,
era.
Let me tap
Flyer,
let me
what's
tap
your
None
in
of
real
them.
email,
quick.
yo?
Let me
What's your
tap in
email?
on what he just said. So I agree. Oh, go ahead. Get your email.
What they up here doing, Dre?
All right.
Is
So
Flyer trying to shit on Terrence Crawford, Undisputed?
no. So let
Basically.
me just correct something. I just want to correct what Flyer said. Now he was right on the whole thing. We did look it up. You know what I mean? It is not recognized like it is with Bud, because I literally can tell you that Bud is recognized as the first three division man to do Undisputed in the four belt
In
era.
the four
Now,
belt era, they add that on there.
in the four belt era. Now, when we go into talks of Bud beating Earl, it wasn't one man he beat for Undisputed, because he came in as a champion. So
He
he
beat
already
two.
had a belt. He already had a
Thank
belt,
you.
Flyer. So you can't say he beat one man. No, he beat the man that beat two other guys for belts. But he had a belt. So he brought a belt to the table as well. We have to recognize that. Um, as far as Canelo, it is weird, and me and Flyer actually had this debate, which round one was still here, that they recognized Canelo Alvarez, but they didn't recognize Usyk as winning his title again as a three-time undisputed champion, because he would have been initially the first three-time undisputed champion, but they didn't recognize him. That's why I said that they recognized Bud, but they didn't recognize Usyk, because there was they said Terrence Crawford is the first to do so, which is crazy. So if you're going to recognize, and this is where I agreed with Frequent on that conversation, because I said if we're going to recognize Canelo for being two-time, then we have to recognize Usyk for being three-time, and he's the first guy to do it, but they don't want to recognize him because they gave the accolade to Bud. But anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, but you gonna type the email in the back chat or what? Flyer?
Who email? Mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see it back there.
Let me see. I'm probably be in the wrong chat.
Yeah, look on the private chat.
Oh, that's me saying email.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like before. You probably don't got that far.
It's
Hey, come here.
frequentfire55 at yahoo.com.
Yeah, it's up there.
All right, I got it now.
Hey, you want him
The
to play
subject.
those X points from Devin Haney, huh?
What'd you say?
I said you trying to get him to play that flyer, the X stuff that Devin Haney was going back and forth about still.
Oh no. Yeah, well, no, we was over that, but he can definitely go
Oh,
back and look
okay.
at it. Scroll down to April 2nd and April 3rd
Oh,
and
you got
shit
some
like
new
that.
evidence right now to bring to the table. Okay, for sure.
No, we was looking
Yeah.
at that. That was old stuff. That was from April the 2nd when he was tweeting.
But
That's where I got
Flyer,
my screenshot from.
But look,
my
he
thing is
he
Flyer.
reposted the Crawford video when he was having his dispute with PBC. That's basically what I was saying. So it basically just proves his point that that's just a shitty ass deal.
Yeah, and Bud ended up not taking it. They ended up correcting it. Him and Errol
Yeah.
Spence got 25 million.
Yeah, because I think Earl stepped away from Al or whatever and had to get his own manager, and they worked
Nah,
that thing on out.
he just got an advisor, bro. What it was,
Yeah.
he had Al, he just went
Yeah.
over and had him as an advisor.
Right. He did something. Yeah. That sounds
No,
Yeah.
right.
I think somebody else picked up
But Flyer,
funded the fight. They
you
funded the
acting like
fight.
a tankomaniac right now, Flyer. You supposed to be Team Water Walker, Black Jesus, and
I
everything.
am. Look, it's right here. Look.
Yeah.
Terrence
Right.
Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. both earned a guarantee. Damn, I can't see. What did it say? Eight
They both
figure?
got 25 million.
Yeah, they both got 25 million a piece. So
Well,
that
no.
because but
Hold
people
on.
people
I'm wrong. Hold on. What they Bud got the smaller end of it. I think Bud got 20 million and
No,
Spence
no,
got
it say right here. Look,
25.
initial offer in late 2022. Crawford revealed that a third-party hedge fund had offered to guarantee both fighters 25 million each to make the fight. Though that deal did not materialize,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying. But
final
that's
contract
what I'm
signed
saying.
by the PBC guaranteed both fighters upwards of 25 million before the pay-per-view
Well,
upside,
that's what
according
I'm saying.
to
Listen,
I don't think
listen.
they
That's why
got
I was
that
saying.
fire.
they got
I don't
more
think
than
they got
Listen,
that
25
fire.
million
no,
and more on the back end.
fire. No, they didn't. No, listen to me. Yeah, they might have got more in the back end, but what they got as a guarantee is what's the name? Spence got more than Bud on a guarantee because he
Hey,
had more
Blue, you
belts.
think they
No, it
made
say
So yeah,
25
yeah.
million
Listen to
base
me,
guarantee right there, bro.
Listen to me. Listen to me,
ESPN
Bro,
too.
please.
why y'all always debating Crawford and anytime it's a big number attached to his name, it's no, he didn't
They
get
try to say no,
damn
right?
Yeah, I'm
every
telling you,
time.
no, bro. What I'm saying is, I'm telling
Damn.
you right now, Bud got the smaller end of it, bro. That's all
No,
It's
I'm
no, no,
trying to
right
tell
Blue.
there
you.
on
I
ESPN
hear what
Plus
y'all
though.
saying.
It's
But do
right
y'all
Them
think?
there.
ice cream.
Fuck.
Hey,
Right
Ray
there at
Davis.
the
I don't
top of
care
the
no more.
screen is
Fire,
telling
fire.
you.
It doesn't say exactly how much they got each.
Hey,
What
Ray
It
it's
does.
saying
Davis.
is about.
It say at least 25 million apiece and a base guarantee.
Hey, Dre, was
As a
that
base
kind of fight
guarantee.
though? You think that was that kind of fight where them dudes was making 25 million?
What you mean that was that kind of fight? What
I
you
It
mean,
mean?
say the
because
total
it
pay.
was a huge fight, but it didn't seem like it was like 25 million a piece fight. But it was a huge fight though.
It say the
I mean,
total
they stepped
look, it
away
say the
from
total payouts for the fight were estimated to be much higher, potentially reaching
Damn.
50 million.
I mean, shit. I
That was a
guess.
big fight, man. Everybody was watching that fight, bro. That was the fight everybody wanted to
I'm not.
see.
I understand that. I understand that.
You
But
know
the
what
they
I'm saying, Blue? Like,
it's
sometimes
all good.
like I don't know, cause like I think Earl's biggest payday was like 10 million. Buzz was
Yeah,
probably like
look,
10
look.
million.
So when the deal got finalized, I was on like Bomac, BMax, BMax shit and on some other panels, right? And we're all talking about how much the fee was because it was allegedly it was supposed to be 25 million. That got turned down. And then when he came back, it was announced that Spence got like 25 million and Bud got 20 million.
Yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
Hey,
cool.
regardless, the point was people try to
but
talk
listen to what
about
I'm
that.
saying.
They try to
But hold on,
compare
let me
that
just
to Devin getting a zero guarantee, but
no,
Bud
I'm not.
didn't
I
get
don't know.
zero
You can't do
guarantee.
that. Yeah, you can't. That's two different fights. What I'm saying is they still made money on the back end too. You know what I'm saying? And they got like so if the fight made a certain amount, they got that when the fight made a certain amount, they got their guarantee plus money on top of that. You see
Bro,
what I'm
you
saying? Long as it
capping,
met to a
bro.
certain amount.
How
No,
much
I'm
you think
not.
they
What the fuck
made,
you talking
Joseph?
about?
Let
No,
Joseph cook
Yeah.
on
So
that.
how? Yeah,
but
yeah,
hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
hold
Tell
Oh
on.
tell us how much
man,
it was,
talking
then,
about
Joseph.
Cause
niggas' purses
EJ,
all
bro,
fucking
that's what I'm
night,
saying,
man.
bro. It ain't even
Shit.
that big of a deal, but he capping. Cause EJ,
Damn.
EJ said
I
on the
know.
stage, he said, I gave the nigga everything he wanted. I gave the nigga a 50-50 split. He gave him the coin flip. Bud wasn't going out like no hoe, bro. So he got 50-50 on
What are you
everything.
talking about? What the
He
fuck
ain't,
are you talking about, bro? Are you just
that's
arguing,
what he
arguing?
got. You
No,
He
talking
that's what he
talking
about
about
said.
what
He's not
Earl said on
lying.
the stage. That's what he talking
you
about.
talking
Earl
about
said
he
I gave you too much money, but I don't know if
yeah,
that means
yeah.
50-50.
Bro, he said he gave him a 50-50
He said
split.
he gave him
Oh.
everything
Oh, okay.
Look, bro,
down the
the
middle.
50-50 split, the 50-50 split was on the back end.
With everything.
No, with everything, bro.
So
They
Mm.
split it everything.
y'all think that
Why you trying to
PBC
discredit
Ain't that
Bud,
what
man?
no Flyer, no,
Bro,
it's not
no, no,
discrediting
no,
You
no.
Bud.
You
I'm
trying
just
to
discrediting
saying, do
Bud
no,
y'all
no,
and
think
no, no,
that
no.
Earl.
You
PBC
Stop
trying to
hating
act
on the
like
water walker,
yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying.
Man, I ain't
Blue.
hating,
Also,
bro.
bro,
no,
you
That's
no,
trying
that,
to
you
that's
act
know
that,
like
I'm
that's that
I'm
sounds
team
stupid, man. Trying to say
Crawford.
I'm hating, bro.
no,
You
you
know I'm
trying to
team
act
Like
like
Crawford.
hold on, let me
I'm
finish.
just
nah,
asking, do you think
I'm not
PBC
trying to
gave him the
hate
same
on them.
guarantee
Shut
as
up.
No,
Earl?
you
Do
trying to
you think
act like
that?
he didn't get all his money that he negotiated. That's why he sat out, because he wanted
No,
50-50. And they was trying to
no,
do that whole shit to him in the
You
beginning.
discrediting Earl as well.
He gave
I'm
him
not
that
Earl
discrediting
50-50.
gave it
Earl
to
at
him
all.
because Earl really wanted
I'm
that
saying
belt.
Earl got the
And Bud
25
deserved
million.
that 50-50 too. He deserved it too.
he did. He did. He did.
I don't know if
So
he
I don't
deserved
like
the
Crawford,
50-50
I don't
though,
know if he
bro.
deserved the
nah, nah,
50-50.
Yeah,
nah,
because
nah.
Flyer
Earl
was
did
I
all
hey,
the
hey,
heavy
hey Blue.
lifting, man.
Blue, you know
Uh,
about this more than me because you always bring it up. Flyer was going for Earl, huh?
mhm.
Yeah, I would have told you could have asked me that. I would have told you I was
Not
going for Earl.
me.
Not
Not
me
I,
either.
me.
Not
not
I
not that I didn't like Bud. I like both of them, but I
Not
had to pick one,
me.
and I just really thought Earl was going to win.
Not
I
me. I
said
had
And my
I
Bud
said I was
nephew,
gonna
my
win by
nephew
knockout.
liked both of them too, but he told me that Bud was going to win it. And I couldn't believe it.
Not
I said, "What? How Bud going to win?"
I was off by run round. I told everybody Bud was gonna win with a K with a knockout in the 10th round. It was a 9.
It
But
was really like
y'all can't tell me that when
not
Earl walked out,
me.
y'all ain't look at Earl like, yo, something wrong with him. Yo, he looked red as hell. That's what I was
No,
saying.
not
So look,
me.
I said
so
he looked
look, man,
high as
I
hell.
don't
And
care about none of
why his
that.
skin all red like that?
I
Yeah,
knew
Not
so
how it was
me.
gonna happen. My peoples was it was the first round, and my peoples was like, Bud keeping his distance. I said, that's exactly what I want Bud to do. I want Earl to push that jab out that he always try to push that jab to touch you to close the distance, and Bud gonna counter. So
Oh,
enough.
you was hating on the big fish, huh?
I know how I know I like Earl Spence, but I know how he fight. And if you like a real slick counter puncher, you gonna hurt him.
You gonna
But
hurt
he
him
never
badly.
fought one of them before until he fought Bud.
Then he ducking his head and just coming forward and shit. Like,
No, but
man,
Man.
Ugas
know
caught
why I
your
thought,
ass.
yo,
look,
when Bud first
look,
moved
hold
up
on,
to
y'all. Hold on. What y'all
147.
not gonna do is listen, what y'all not gonna do is y'all ain't gonna sit there and say he's doing this, ducking his head. Look,
Hey, nigga, we
get
was
that
right
man
about the fight,
credit.
goddamn it. Fuck that
Ho-
shit.
Hold on,
We
No,
was right
look,
about the
man.
goddamn
Hold
fight.
on. Let me
When
finish
Bud
what I'm
first came
saying.
to
That
147,
man
Bud
had
looked
heart.
light as
Let me
hell, bro.
finish, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying. That
He
man
looked
had
too
heart.
small.
He went in there, bro.
No, he a
You got
dog.
it, Flyer. Go
He a
ahead, Flyer.
dog,
You got
Blue.
it.
He is a dog, dude. I
No, no, what I'm
I
saying
didn't
don't
even
Man,
matter,
we
bro.
called it.
Flyer wants the
you know how
floor.
much I
Flyer
like
got the
Earl
floor.
Blue. I low key didn't even want them to fight for a minute. I said, you know what,
No, I can
Earl,
dig that. I can dig that. But I wanted them
go
to fight
ahead,
because I
man. You
always
know what I
felt
mean? Because I knew
I
Bud was
want.
gonna clip him. You know what
But
I mean?
Faze,
I'm like,
this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say, man. I had much respect. I didn't have that much respect, but when he got in that ring and I started seeing what was going on, I had too much respect for him. After, during the fight, he earned it. He 100% earned that from me. That let me know he really is that guy when it comes down to it. He got the heart to stay in there, and that's the reason why when he got when
I knew
what's
after
his
the Sean
name?
Porter fight.
But see, I already knew that. I already knew. But I'm talking about okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But I'm talking about when he got hit by Goose's what's his name? Fucking I forgot his name.
oh, you talking about Ugas.
Ugas, yes. And when he stumbled back and got that should have been counted as a knockdown. But he didn't do it. He came back and he started turning up on
He
that
started
man.
whooping
I said,
Ugas'
yeah,
ass.
yeah, yeah. I said,
No,
okay,
but
yeah, he got
I
that
still
dog
to
in
this
him.
day I feel like it wasn't fair because Earl couldn't see, man. He could not see, bro.
Hey,
He
he
couldn't
gonna die
see.
on
He
that
had the
Bro,
cross, man.
cataract. He had
this
the
nigga,
cataract fixed after the
no,
fight, bro. He couldn't see, man.
bro, let it
And I
go.
don't know
Let it
why
Nigga,
go,
that doctor
man.
cleared him like that, bro.
nah,
He
he
had
couldn't see,
broken
nigga. I thought
ribs.
his eye was
He
gonna
didn't
fall out.
properly decompress after he ran up that mountain either, bro.
I thought
And
Earl's
Mm-mm-mm.
eye.
he was high on
Man.
painkillers. That's what Tank said.
Hold on.
Tank
I
said he
was
was high on painkillers,
nigga,
man.
I was going nigga, I thought his eye was gonna fall the fuck out. How about
And we
that?
ain't
After
and
the
we ain't
jab.
going and we ain't going to forget about the crash, man. He was in like 2 car crashes, bro.
Two car
Man,
Lost his
crash.
look,
That's
teeth and
crazy.
everything, bro. His teeth was gone,
But
man.
then he just beat the dog shit out of Ugas.
You
Come
don't
on,
think that
man.
take a toll on your body if all of that didn't happen to him and he would have fought Bud as soon as Bud came up to 147 because Bud was
Earl
still
is
a little
tailor made
small.
look.
for
No,
Bud. He would
Earl
never
no,
got
beat him at
stronger
no.
140.
though.
That's for
After
That
all
sure.
of that, Earl got stronger. He beat the hell out of Ugas, man. He
listen,
beat
y'all.
Ugas better
No,
than he beat
Ugas was
Kell
catching
Brook.
him, man.
He beat
Ugas
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 was
better
caught
than
him
he
with
catching
some
beat
him.
Sean
shots,
Porter.
man.
Ugas
Like
Man,
was
all of
Ugas
catching
them
got
him.
him
fights
with one
That's how we
shot,
before
knew it
Earl
was
and then
over.
fought
no,
Ugas,
no, I
he
don't
looked
want to hear
better.
that crap. Ugas caught him with one shot, and
Ugas
then
was
he sat
catching him.
there and got no. Hold on. Ugas caught him with one shot, and then when he admired his shot and didn't turn
He
up
hit him
like he
No, he
twice.
should,
didn't.
bro.
He caught him twice.
But you know who Ugas had just beat Blue?
The commentator said, Earl, he's hurt. He's hurt.
He was hurt.
Yeah. And Earl didn't give a fuck about nothing but them
Earl
teeth.
was looking around like, where my teeth at?
Yeah.
That nigga was
Where my
bouncing off them
choppers at?
ropes
He was
like a
looking
He was
around on the
like,
trampoline.
man, I
floor.
don't give a fuck about what's going
Yeah,
on in this
it should
fight.
have been
I
a
don't
knockdown
need to
though.
be gummy
That
You know
should
how
have
you
been a
gummy
lean up.
knockdown no
You know
matter
how
looking
you
up
what.
at
lean up
that
on the ropes because
camera.
you tired. You know how you know when a nigga tired and they just lean up on the ropes and just let the ropes toss him back and shit.
Now he
That's
wasn't
exactly what
tired,
Earl
bro.
was on, nigga. That nigga was.
Earl. But hold on, he wasn't tired though.
That
That's one thing
sneaky
about
little
Earl.
uppercut off of leaning off the ropes from Bud. That was wrong. That was dirty, man. Why he do
That was real
Earl like
slick.
that, man?
That was slick.
Oh my
That was
Why he
god!
do
slick
Earl
as
like
fuck.
that, man?
And he took a
And then
shot too.
that double right hook. Come on, man. Why you
Oh,
I was
do
already looking for my
Earl like
money
that,
by
man?
then, man. I was looking for my
hey,
money
but you
back
know
then,
what's
man.
crazy about that shit, Dre? Bud, he was hitting Earl with that hook, but Earl was getting out of the way of that hook after a while. You know what I mean? Like Bud wasn't lining him up with it. You know, he kept hitting him in the back of
No,
the
Bud
head.
ain't want to hurt him. I think Bud ain't want to hurt him
He
after a
was
while.
trying to hit. He just kept hitting him in the back of the head. Earl was slipping under it.
I know
Earl
Bud.
couldn't
wasn't
see
throwing
on
his
that
left
side.
hand.
That was the cataract side, bro. He couldn't see on that side.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, Bud wasn't throwing that left hand, and Earl kept on
that
dipping
nigga
under
looked like
that
the
hook.
Elephant Man after the fight, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
Nah,
You
he
know
still
why
beat
he
the
looked
shit out
like
of
the
him.
Elephant Man? Because at the when they stopped the fight, that little sequence that he went on that combination, he hit him with a nasty forearm. He caught him with a forearm because Earl's face was
Put
too
yourself
close
in
to him
timeout,
for
bro.
him to land
Put
that
yourself
punch.
in timeout,
So he
bro.
just hit him with the forearm, man.
Bro,
Go back and look
he's
at that
but hold
replay.
up.
Now that I told you that, when you see it, you can be like, dang, he did hit
But
him with a
hold up.
forearm,
Earl
an
Spence
elbow.
is Earl Spence is actually the only fighter that actually looked like Martin Lawrence from the Tommy Hearn fight.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yes, sir.
Fire though. Out of
No.
like everything that we talking about, Earl was his easiest fight.
And I swear.
Yeah,
Earl
he
was his
was.
easiest fight, nigga. You
I
cooked.
swear.
Like it's like Earl, you was cooked, and
I
I knew you was
swear.
cooked when that press conference when Terrence Crawford hit that podium and said, "Team Crawford, get active." I said, "Oh,
Get
Earl, man,
active.
you pissing this nigga off. He finna
Hey,
really whoop
look.
your ass, man."
Bud said the hardest fight was Gamboa.
Yes, sir.
No, he said Mean
And
Machine. I think he said Mean Machine.
no, it was
No, it was
Gamboa.
Gamboa.
It was
Gamboa. He
Gamboa,
said
bro.
Gamboa.
Gamboa
Yeah,
He
could
because
said
have whooped
Gamboa
your
rocked.
ass.
it
You
was
just got hit with a
Gamboa, and
shot.
Gamboa was
Gamboa rocked
undefeated
his
at the
ass.
time.
But
Yeah,
That's why
Mean
Gamboa
everybody
was
Machine
thought.
put him
undefeated.
down, though. Mean Machine put him down.
No, he didn't. Get off
And
the
he said
gas.
Mean Machine hit harder
Yes,
than
he did.
Canelo. He said Mean Machine hit
Mean
harder than
Machine
Canelo.
hit Bud, and Bud went down and grabbed his waist.
No, he didn't.
I go with that. I don't give a fuck
Yes,
if
he
you say
did,
that
man.
because it was questionable.
I
But
called that a knockdown when I seen it.
he hurt the shit out of Kaliakis after that.
Hang on, man. Did this motherfucking glove touch?
His knees touched.
His
No,
knees
his
touched, bro.
knee.
Both of his
His knees
knees.
didn't. Nah, bro.
It was that
No.
left knee. I remember that shit like it was
Nah, bro. I
yesterday.
don't want to hear that shit, man.
That's when I was
I
rooting
know
for
you don't
Spence
want to
the
hear it, but
hardest.
it's the truth. The truth hurt though sometimes, man.
Nah, it would
But
hurt if it
Bud
was
the
true.
greatest though, man. We ain't gonna act like Bud ain't the greatest though. He the greatest, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he is.
saying?
He's a water
He
walker
he
for sure.
he ended the game, man. You know, people
Top four
to the
water
point where
walkers.
people like Bubs
So,
down in the comments want him to come back and move up to one. He want him to come out of retirement, move to 175 and beat that and fight David
David
Benavidez.
Benavidez,
no, that ain't gonna happen.
That's how
Anyways, that
great
ain't gonna
Bud
happen.
is, man.
So
They
listen,
they
so
want him to
listen,
do
so
impossible
listen.
feats.
Let me say some. Let me say some real shit. I think if Bud was to come back, it'd be at 160. But hear me out when I say this. You know, the Sheik want that man really to come back. $250 million offer. We don't know if is that. Do you feel like that's real? You guys feel like that's real? And let
It
me ask
might
you
be real,
this.
but I don't think Bud
Hold on.
gonna
Let me
do
let
it.
me let me finish. Let me finish, man. Do y'all think this is real? And also, who do you think his opponent that would it be a multi-fight deal that 250 is for, or would it be a one-fight deal? I believe it's going to be a multi-fight deal, and
Who,
I believe
Bud?
it's going to
Who?
be
Who?
But if the deal is real, I believe when the Sheik is because he wants him to come back, he's going to offer him 250 million allegedly. You see what I'm saying? We don't know
He
if this is
might
real yet.
come back, but if he try to make him fight Boots, he ain't gonna come back.
Man, don't
Yeah, he
stop
don't
doing.
need to
Don't
I
do
fight
that.
believe you could.
goddamn
I believe
Boots.
you could pay
Don't do that, please.
Bud to fight Boots. I absolutely. But the thing
Y'all
is,
got quiet as hell, and I
I
said,
think
"Yeah."
No, don't do that.
if that happened,
Listen,
I
Nobody worried
if
think
about
Bud
Bud
that
would
comes,
shit
tell
you
the
talking
dude,
about,
"Hey,
nigga.
listen,
Boots,
if Bud comes back
come to
and fights Boots,
160."
he's gonna knock him out, bro. And I'm telling you this right now.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't care
Boots.
what
I'm gonna
Let's
say.
see
anybody
I'm gonna
it,
say.
say.
man.
I'm gonna
Let's
say.
see it.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
care what
Crawford.
anybody say.
Crawford gonna tell Boots to come to
Anybody
160.
up here, anybody up here, I got a band. I'll bet you 2 bands. I don't give a fuck
Xander
on
gonna
the
beat him
fight.
first.
And I want y'all to let us know. Well, hey, anything's possible in that fight right there because they both have not proven themselves to where I feel like they're both standout. You know what I'm saying? Like standout fighters that if you was to say this person can beat this person, you're gonna be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. To me, it's like you still look at him like, let's see what happens. You see what I'm saying? So, but yes, Bud, in my opinion, I don't care what people say. I'll bet a band. I'm only betting a band up. A band up. That's the only way you can bet me. You got to put a band on the line. And that
Man,
fight for boots. Like you can only put a band up to fight me. That's the lowest you can go. Other than that, saying don't
You
get real
trying to make a
cocky because
motherfucking Boots fan feel
What
it,
about
huh?
this fight right here, bro?
I
I
ain't
want it
fucking
to be
with it.
known.
Hey, Blue said, I'm trying to make a Boots fan
I
feel
ain't
it. Like,
fucking with it.
okay,
Look, I'm telling you right
you
now, my
gonna feel
nigga.
that
Look.
band.
Look. I'm telling you. That's why I said, if you really feeling like you the shit, we can bet more. Tell me 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. I don't
I
give a
think
fuck because
Devin
I
gonna
got
get
that
the
much
win. I
confidence.
think Devin gonna go after the winner of this Xander Boots fight. I'm not gonna lie to
That's
you.
who he is. That's
No,
who
he
he
better
I
not,
think
is.
bro.
Devin's gonna go to the
Listen.
Xander
If he
Boots
does
That's
winner.
who
that, that
he
means he
is.
is ducking.
Man,
Dang, how he ducking if he try to fight Boots?
that's
Damn.
smoke. Nigga,
No,
that's
you said it
smoke.
right. You said it right. You said it right. You
That's
know,
I said,
smoke.
how is
you
he
said it.
ducking if he trying to fight Boots?
No. Hold on. You said it right though. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it
Boots a
alone.
better fighter than what's his name?
Because he could have
Anybody at
took that. He could have
47.
took that fight at 152, bro. I don't care.
He wanted a belt for that fight, man.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm
Ain't
not
about
trying
to,
to hear that. The
he
man
ain't about
gave
to
you a
get no
medical
punk
reason.
ass. Somebody ain't about to
I
get no
understand
punk
that.
ass
Listen.
morally
The
fit
No,
man
it
fight,
was
man.
gave you.
two. It
Fuck
was
that,
two
nigga.
belts at
We
that
want to
though.
take the
Blue
belts
don't
up
be
off
making no
you,
Listen.
sense
The
nigga.
sometimes,
man.
man.
We want to take
Hold
the
on.
belts up
Check it
off
out.
your
It
fucking
was
waist.
only about the belts. That's
Okay,
like
I
why
can
people
dig
don't
it. I can dig
understand.
it.
That was only about the belts, Blue. Like
Exactly.
only about the belts.
That's it.
That's it.
We
So
want to
what
I'm
you
take
not
trying
the
to
even
say?
belts up
targeting.
off
He
You
you.
can
have
pick
the
and
belt.
choose when it's about the belts. He can pick and choose when it's about the belts.
Devin, yes, of
No,
course.
that's
He
all
get.
he
It's a
should. The
legacy
belts is
fighter.
everything, bro.
So
He's a legacy. He's
when he
fighting
fought
for
Ramirez
legacy.
at 144, it was for the belt.
Ramirez ain't had no belt. What you talking about?
Thank you. Listen what I'm saying.
You don't be
Listen to
making
what
no
I'm
sense,
saying,
bro.
bro. A flyer, are you slow?
No, wondering is you slow, bro?
Nah,
Because
nigga, you got to be
everything you
slow to
say
say
don't
the
make no
comment you just
sense.
made.
What
I
do
just went against the
Ramirez?
grain. I am
How
going
do
because he
Ramirez?
doesn't have a belt. That's
How
my
do him
fucking point,
fighting
bro.
Ramirez
That is my
compare to him
point.
fighting
That is
Boots,
my
bro?
point. Hey man, anybody else understand what I'm saying other than this nigga? When I say what I'm saying?
No, they don't
No,
understand.
we
They don't
lost you because you
understand
broke
it.
up, man. You got they tapped in on you, bro.
Oh man, you be gaslighting too much.
No, but
Anyway,
yeah, it's about that time, fellas. We
I
supposed to
knew you was
been.
gonna
I
say that
supposed to been got
when I
off.
said that. I knew you was gonna say nah, but I gotta go, y'all.
You see that comment right there? That's your aura right now.
Man, I don't give a
right?
fuck
He was
about that
fighting
nigga.
Ramirez.
Freedom
He
the
was
Clueless
clown.
fighting.
Blue.
He was
Hey,
fighting
go to my
Ramirez.
comment when I said about him, nigga. If you want to do that, see, that's what I'm saying. You a
No,
gaslighter,
No,
bro.
no.
but hold
You a
Why
on.
would we
gaslighter,
do
bro.
that, bro?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Devin
because
was
you're a
fighting.
fucking
Hold on.
gaslighter, bro.
Hold
Anything
on.
to fit your narrative.
But hold up. Devin was fighting Ramirez because they felt like he fought the same style as Ryan Garcia was
Yeah.
trying to get ready for that fight. That's why he took that fight because he
Yeah,
was gonna
Blue
get
don't
ready for
understand that.
Ryan. But Ryan got
Nah, I
his
don't want to hear
ass
no
popped.
excuses. Don't give me no
But
excuses. You should
Ryan
have
got
fought
his
for a
ass
belt.
popped. But Ryan got
You
his ass
should have went
popped
up
by
there for a
Rolly
belt, bro.
Romero. But Ryan got his ass popped by Rolly Romero. So fuck it.
You can, fam, you can repeat that over you all you want to. I hear what you're saying, and that's a
Just making
wonderful
sure.
thing what you just said. Yeah, but he didn't have to do that. He still could have went for a belt. I'm just making sure you
No,
understand that.
he couldn't
No, he
because he
couldn't
was
have.
trying to
Yes, he can.
get to Ryan Garcia. He was trying to get it back in blood, but Ryan
Nah,
didn't
he
make
could
He
have
it.
already
skipped.
had a
Ryan
deal
didn't make it.
signed.
He
He
didn't have
already
to
had
do
a
that. He
deal
could have said, you know
signed.
what? You know what? I'm going my path because he's doing that right now. What's he doing right now?
No, he
He's
wanna
going on
fight
his own
Ryan,
path.
man. You don't make no sense. You hate so much,
Listen to
bro.
what I'm saying, bro.
Get
Listen to
that
what I'm
hate out
saying.
your blood,
The
bro.
man, the man, the man is doing that right now. He could have unified two
Man, brothers got
times
to
with
argue about the
Ryan
simple
and
shit,
Rolo.
man. That shit crazy.
That's
Bro, it's a
him, man.
debate. We're going back and forth. You
It
guys
be
can
No,
the
do
we
whatever
simple
not
you want
going
to
shit.
back
say.
and forth. You just talking by yourself, man. We don't
God
want to debate this, bro.
damn.
I was about to get off. I was, you know what I'm saying, about to
Well,
say the
nigga, get
smooth
off
day,
then,
but
nigga. Damn.
Fuck. Was getting ready for
Hey,
Ryan.
Dre, I be having to
God
get them
damn.
dudes off certain topics because they do that shit every night. They
Man,
do
this
that
shit is
shit every night.
annoying, man. He was trying to get ready for
And Blue
Ryan.
just be
That's it.
trolling though. Blue fully
Man,
aware of what
I
be
don't give
going
a fuck
on.
who he's trying to get ready for.
Oh.
I
No,
mean,
I don't think
that's
Blue
okay.
be trolling. I think he really like this, bro.
Nah, he trolls on
He just
purpose.
got that hate
Blue
up in
got
him,
good
bro.
sense, man. Blue got good sense. He
Try
Why
to
do you
come
do that to
very
that nigga?
he try to
Hey
come every
man,
which way to
because
try to
hey
say
man,
that
they do that to
hey
Shakur
man,
and
somebody.
Devin. So you should be more Team Hanos than Tank a Maniac. You be acting
man, if
like
you
a
don't
Tank
get
a
off the gas
Maniac,
of that
man.
shit, man, fuck the Hano swam, nigga.
Man, you a hater, man.
Yeah, nigga, Devin, my brother, nigga. I ain't no motherfucking Hanos clan.
I don't give a fuck
Shit.
who he
Yeah,
is to you, nigga. I don't give a fuck
put your
who he
shirt
is,
back
nigga.
on, man.
It's Team
Fuck that.
Shakur, nigga,
Put your
over
shirt
here
back
over
on,
Devin,
bro.
nigga. It's Team Shakur any day, nigga, over Devin, nigga. So fuck that shit, nigga.
Put your shirt
Man,
back
That
on,
nigga, that
man.
nigga Shakur hopped in the ring, and that nigga Devin turned around and ran.
bro, when it come to
I'm just
Shakur,
Put your
wondering.
shirt back
y'all make
on.
fucking Haney look like fucking Deontay Wilder in this bitch. Oh man, he
Yeah,
gained
you
too
need
much
a
weight. It's
rehydration
too much
clause though.
weight, man. He got too much weight. He got a strong ass chin,
Man,
man.
this
That's
nigga always
that
making an
weight.
excuse. This nigga Devin Haney always making an excuse about the money and shit.
Your guy
Man, the
need a
money
You
ain't right, nigga. The
rehydration
excuses
money
about
ain't
clause,
the
right,
man.
nigga.
fucking
The
You gotta
weight.
money ain't
hit
right.
that.
Money
Making
ain't right,
excuses about
nigga.
the fucking weight, but
Nigga,
you wanted to fight Conor Ben at 154 and shit.
yeah, to prove a point, nigga.
Shut
Get it
the
right,
fuck
nigga.
up.
Bring,
Ain't
hey,
nobody
bring
trying to hear that
it, bring some
shit.
content to this, nigga.
Ain't
What
nobody
you
trying to hear
talking
that
about, nigga?
shit.
Why do you say you want to do that, nigga?
Ain't nobody want to hear
Why do you
that
say you want to do that,
shit.
nigga? Say with your chest what you say,
Ain't
nigga.
nobody trying to
Say,
hear that
give a real
shit.
excuse, nigga.
God
Yeah, I bet you
damn it.
won't, nigga.
Nobody trying to hear that shit.
Bet you won't, nigga.
Fuck out of here with all that
Nigga,
nonsense.
you saying that, nigga, you saying that with you twirling your hair in your finger
I
right
ain't
now,
scared
nigga.
of you motherfuckers. Kick ass.
Yo, man, but salute to all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, blessing the panel. Shout out to round one. You know what I mean? Edwin came through here. I think that was his first time coming through. I
Yeah.
appreciate
All
everybody who
right, bro. I'm
showed
gonna
up
get
in the
with
Somebody
you,
eating
bro.
cereal?
live chat and everything. Yeah, I'm about to shut it
Hey,
down. It's
hey, peace.
2:58 here.
Oh man, get
There's
you some sleep,
2:58
158
man.
man.
a.m., bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, get you some sleep, nigga. Hold on, it's 11:58 my time. You dig? But get you some sleep. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the channel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? And people listening. But man, it was fun, man. I had fun up here.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun.
Yeah,
You
Yeah, I
you
know.
finally
had
got that
fun
email.
disrupting the panel and everything.
Yeah, I finally got
Okay. If
that
you feel
email.
like
I'm
if
be
you feel like
sending
that,
my
look,
receipts.
look, look, look. If you feel like that, man, I ain't mad at you. That's what I was doing then. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's troll behavior.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fuck
troll
it. If you feel
behavior.
like that, you know what I'm saying? I was doing that then. Hey
I
man,
finally
but hey, nothing but love, man. Peace, love, and hair grease, everybody.
all right, y'all. Yeah.
Salute, Dre.
I finally got that email, so I'm gonna definitely send in my receipts. Mhm.
You see it in the back, right?
Yeah, I got it. I screenshot it.
And all right, yeah. Salute, y'all. I'll catch y'all next day.